Wow! Welcome, it's Dan Who. Welcome to the Dan Who Show on a Friday night. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm always surrounded here by my boy Brandon. How you doing, Brandon? I got Alex here. He's got Story on the show too. And, we're gonna do. I know we're a little bit late, but I got a new computer and everything. How'd I
Dan,
do, Brandon?
That was surprisingly good. I had to just double check my time. I had to double check the day. I was like, wait, I thought I was guesting on a different stream. Like, I had to double check. Am I on the Dan Who live show right now? That was very accurate, Dante. Bravo.
Thank you. See, I appreciate that. That makes it all worthwhile. Thank you. Welcome everybody here Friday night on the Infinity Equation, having a good time, but smiles. Hope you all have a great week. Hope you all found some good stuff in your toy hunts. It was a great AEW week for wrestling fans. It was limitless this week.
Mm-hmm.
Limitless. If you haven't seen it, it's limitless. But as always, I'm always here, surrounded by a group of people that love toys just as much as I do. Mr. Alex, I don't like to be called sexy, but I'll still call him sexy anyway. Ironhead, how you doing?
That's me. Dan, your new computer is making you look remarkably different.
Bam, because it's Black History Month, man. I tell you.
Oh,
I did have that joke on the brain. I was like, should I go for it? And then I thought maybe let's see if you play that card, and then you did. So yeah, there we go.
That's right.
No, Dan, you're looking great.
I know, the wife's asleep. I gotta keep it down, But it's bam, the dog's going crazy back here. I love Dan.
Yeah,
I know what Dan. I know when he watches this tomorrow morning, he'll be like, "What the heck is this?" That's it. I'm getting him next week.
Yeah.
Sip my coffee, get him next week.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is
you hit all of the Dan beats perfectly right there.
And then I want to say welcome to Brandon for filling in for Mr. Laser Pants who's on vacation. Welcome, good sir, Mr. Hero at Hero.Collections himself.
Sir Laser Trousers has very big shoes to fill, but guys, Dante, Alex, I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Hopefully I will do Ryan justice. And we got a lot of great things to talk about, so I'm excited to be here.
Look,
it's not that difficult.
Yeah. You'll be great.
The bar very low.
I know it isn't, but we have to keep happy.
Yeah. Look, you outshine the other guy on that other show. won't mention that Dan Who show, you outshine that guy, but
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I just turn up at 5 to 8 every Thursday, and he does the rest. So it's easy to shine.
Yeah. It's for Dan, but they all show up for Brandon.
Apparently.
Just real quick before we get into a whole lot of stuff, I just want to bring this up because I seen on Instagram that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, what we're looking at here is a great picture by Mr. Hero.Collections. I'm going to read what the caption says. It says, "Bury me in the ocean with the angels that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage." One of the MCU's most moving moments in the MCU's best films. Killmonger's words was his character's arc and motivations against T'Challa. My post celebrating Black History Month. First of all, thank you.
No problem, man.
Now, scrolling through, somebody took a caption of this and had an issue with it. So,
oh really?
Yeah. So,
I didn't know. Let me see.
So, this is from your page.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I followed the person. I'm not giving them clout. I'm not going to say their name because they should not be given that clout.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm with you.
I have no problem with this. Now, if they felt so strongly about it, why not open up a dialogue? That's how things get rectified. 100%. I don't see no comments from this person on the picture. All I know is they just took a screenshot and just took it as it is.
Wow.
As a person of color, for a month, That's all we get. It's a freaking month. We should be celebrating more than just a month. Every month.
Mhm.
365 days out of the year. And I'm not saying just for blacks. I'm saying for everybody. There's Asian Americans who are out there struggling as well. There is other minorities who are struggling out there as well. Besides just African Americans, Asians, you have people of Hispanic
My
descent.
Latinos. Dante.
Yes. You have different ethnicities out there who are having it bad. But for you to take this picture out of some freaking context, to post on your page, to have somebody just agree with you, like, oh, yeah, he doesn't know about the struggle. Look, let me tell you something. Let me do this real quick here. So you get the full scope of this. This is not rubbing off anytime soon. This is not coming off anytime damn blast soon. So I want you to think about this. I appreciate what Brandon did. One, he posted a picture for Black History Month. Two, he didn't have to, but he did it. And I thank you, Brandon, for that. I'm with you, Omega. I'll give you a full year with everybody else with Asian History Month. I'll give everybody a full year. And I'll say this as well. You can about the history of Black history, Asian American history, Hispanic history, all in school. But you know where it starts at? It starts in the home.
Mm-hmm.
With the families,
Mhm.
the parents. And I'm going to tell you this, little known facts. My family used to take me down to Virginia every summer so I could learn about my history. That's them doing their passing up the knowledge and information. So you coming at me. I got his back. So if you have a problem with me, my DMs are directly open. Feel free to hit me up. Facebook, Instagram. People know me. You can find me. I'm not hard to find. I talk to everybody. I have no problems with most people. There's people I do have problems with. I just choose not stay not talking to them. That's all, basically. But if you have a problem with this picture, you don't feel like you can talk to Brent, you can come talk to me. And I will gladly give you some freaking history because I don't see you out here doing nothing else for the community. You start posting a damn picture, reposting a freaking picture that you took some kind of way, got in your little feelings about it. Guess what? Get out of your feelings. There's not a lot of people out there posting pictures for Black History Month. You have great photographers out there. Cap lives. You got Zariah.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, probably pronounced that incorrectly. I do apologize. But you have other people. You have The Amazing. Who does? You got Black people up to. So to single out Brandon for what he did, nah, ain't happening on my watch, chump. You got a problem with anybody who's doing this? You come talk to me. Don't you ever come at Brandon again. Because if I see you come at Brandon, I'm going to be in your comments. I don't give a damn if you don't like my podcast. I don't give a damn if you don't like me. That's fine. You take it up with me. You're not going to come after Alex. You're not going to come after Brandon. You're not going to come after Dan Who, The Amazing. You're not going to come after all of them, even Laser Pants. You don't come after none of them. You got a problem? You take it up with me. Since if you feel that you're the same color as me, you can come take it up with me. Because I'll give you some words to talk about. Now, let's get here to what we need to talk about. Toy! All right, folks.
To go from such a serious subject to toys seems kind of, I don't know.
Thank you.
I think one thing just to add to that as well is whatever that was, whoever that was, best of luck to you, my brother, because if that is the sort of thing that gets you high and gets you off, come spend all month long with me. I literally have a post for every single day of this month, and I think all of them but three, according to my plan so far, all of them but three have people of color. Most of which is to celebrate Black History Month. So come and have a good
Exactly.
time, whoever took that screen cap, because you got a lot to live for the next month and beyond that as well.
Right.
But Dante, as always, brother, I really appreciate you. So
Oh, you're
thank you.
welcome, sir. When I seen it, I knew I had to say something about it. I was gonna wait for tonight to say it because it irritated me. And after I seen it, it sat on my mind for a minute. I was like, "Damn, they are following the podcast on the Instagram," but I'm like, I wouldn't be setting that right example if I continue to follow them. So I dropped them, and I made them, and I had them unfollow us. So I'm not for that nonsense. I'm not for it. Like, you take that stuff, not that's take that somewhere else. I'm not here for it. We're here for it. Have fun in the community, the toy community. We're here to give back to the community, especially when we do Toys for Tots. Heck, even if you know some charity that you want to give back to, let me know. Hit me up, and we can do something for that. We'll work together with you on that. I don't care. Like, I have no problem doing that. No matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever color you are, you can be purple from the moon, from Mars, whatever. You can have 16 fingers. You can have 14 toes. I don't care. I got your back. You can guarantee that, Jack. I almost wanted to make it rhyme, but I was messing. Thank you for the super chat. Just support the hashtag Black Excellence, and Brandon's got a great shot from the week collector.
Mm.
Thank you.
I think what he's referring to is, so he Stryden said something on the Dan Who chat yesterday. He said, I'm trying to remember what it was, but he said something like I think he said something like about Boba Fett was weak, right? So I said to Stryden, I was like, Stryden, you weak, get out the chat. I think it was something like that he's referring to. But thank you, Stryden. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you all for your support in the chat. I appreciate it. I just had to get that off my chest because I was a little upset, and I didn't want to, sit here and think about it. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. And you know what? I would be, would say, "Let's go, Brandon." Brandon. But thank you, each and every one. I do appreciate.
Hey, that's my name. It
y'all.
works. There you go.
That's right. And Brandon, he has a reason to come to Delaware anyway.
I do, 100%.
That's where your girl's
about
at,
that
right?
as well as
Brandon?
we get going. She is, yeah, she is. Yep, she's in Wilmington right now.
You were just in the States, right? Didn't you go to like Disney or something?
Yes, I was in Orlando. So my brother's been living in Orlando for almost 10 years now. And my girlfriend's family lives in Naples. So I went to see my family for Christmas. She went to see her family for Christmas, and then both families kind of got together, and then we just went and did our own thing for a little bit. So
and by your own thing, you mean by your own thing, you mean you went toy hunting, of course. At some point.
Oh, listen, she is fantastic, right? Like, I don't know how I've managed to pull it off, but over the years, like, this woman knows her stuff. Like, she can hunt action figures almost as well as I can by now. Like, she is fierce. So
does she collect too,
Christmas,
or she's just hunting for you?
Oh no. She doesn't collect for her, but she hunts for me. She got me the deluxe vulture for Christmas and the stealth Captain Carter for Christmas, and I was just like, oh wow, like she gave it to me when I got there, and it was just like, how did you? And at the time,
you need to tell me where she's going.
Actually, even I know
where's she going in Delaware.
No,
She needs to tell me
that's
so I know where to go.
Yeah, because
my store's up here dry.
I think her local target is, I want to say, Concord Pike.
Oh, the
Is her
new
logo
Target. That's a new
I
one.
think
They
it's
just
from.
built that one. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
knows it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
That's great.
I think that's the one she goes to. But yeah, no, she's fantastic. Shout
I
out to Miss
literally
Zero.
have to send my
Yes.
wife a link for exactly what I want for like
Oh, really?
Christmas. She has not
Oh
learned
my
in like the
goodness.
past 5 years.
But at least she's willing. That's the main thing.
Yeah. No,
There are so many.
without
There's so,
hesitation. I mean, even doesn't really matter the price. She's like once a year.
Yeah.
Well, twice with
yeah,
my birthday.
yeah,
So.
Well, Brandon, I'm
yeah,
sorry. We ain't
yeah.
sophisticated.
I'm the same.
We ain't sophisticated like Dan Who show. We ain't getting no Friday to read our super chats. But thank you for super chat Mario DeRosa saying Dante, you need that bad take like Keith Lee tossing Isaiah Kennedy. You got that, Cassidy? Yes, right. You are dang blasted right. That man got thrown halfway across the ring. Woo, man, that was a great showing. Keith Lee, I knew it. That's my man. Ewan says she's about to be a better bounty hunter than Boba Fett.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, should we get into it then?
Yes.
Yes,
Let's get it. Sorry, real quick. So in news, sorry, let me pull it up. I got into my zone and forgot about things in life. Finds a way to take us under. No, I don't know. So 2 things this week. Harbinger Deadline reports Maze Runner filmmaker Wes Ball is attached to direct Paramount Pictures' adaptation of Valiant Harbinger.
Yeah.
Which is really weird comic. But I guess they felt like they had success with Bloodshot, so
I mean, it wasn't a success.
I guess they felt like it had a success because they're doing Harbinger now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Valiant for years now has been trying to get their characters made into movies. So much so that if you even visit their website now, it's like the comic books section is tucked away. Like they're more presented now as like a multimedia company. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there was somebody who was hot about their NFT thing that they were doing. I forget who it was on Twitter. They were snapping at Valiant. They were like, "Yo, this is not happening. Like, this is not the way to do things." And I was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, I think people are not happy with Valiant right now. Alerted back in November as a project in development. New details reveal Blade Runner 2099 will be a series on Amazon.
Oh, not a movie.
Yeah, I guess not.
With starring the Academy Award winner, what's his name? That was in God, he's been in a lot of stuff. Oh God, what's his name, Dante?
Who?
He won an Academy Award for that movie where it was about. I actually saw it in the theaters. It was about he was like raising like a young gay African American kid who was like God, what's the name of that movie? It's super famous. It won like Moonlight. There you go. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, he's playing Blade, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Mahershala Ali.
There you go. That's his name.
There you go.
Surprised it's a series though. I wonder if it'll be like how long it'll be. Like if it'll be a 4 episode thing or 8 episode thing, or is it an ongoing series? Or I doubt it though.
Because Amazon's been pretty good with their series because they've done Reacher, they've done Jack Ryan, which was pretty good. That's got 2 seasons already.
Yeah, remember when Marty and Sarah were on the show and he said that Reacher guy should play Prince Adam E-Man?
Yeah,
I just saw a picture of him. He is spot on for that role, man. Have you seen him, Brandon?
I don't
it's
think
the new
so.
Reacher series.
I think I might have seen it advertised, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Once you see him, you'll recognize him. He's a good guy. Let's see, real quick. We got some comments here. Omega Web 13 said, "Guess Dante's new go-to target." No, that target usually has nothing. Most times at that Kirkwood Highway, it's only like the Motu stuff. But I'll get into that a little bit later. Jay Sullenberg said, "I went to Brandywine yesterday. Compared to my targets in Berks County, it was amazing. That's how bad here. I'm sorry."
I was going to say that as well. I think Brandywine is a good one.
Brandywine's horrible. Brandywine is trash now. They used to be good. Now it's just trash.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yo,
Brandywine. There's there's like a workout place that she goes to. So whenever I used to visit, she would drop me off at Brandywine Target while she went to work out. But that's
Brandywine's
sad to
gotten
hear they're not as good anymore
super.
now.
Yeah, it's gotten super horrible. Disavow says Dante, the place was exploded with Keith Lee. I bet. I can only bet. Robert Diaz with the super chat. Thank you very much. The Book of Boba Fett was only 4 episodes. We got the first 3 episodes in the Mandalorian season sooner than the rest of the episodes. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, we're gonna get into some I was thinking Book of Boba. So Book of Boby Boby. The Boby the Boby the Boby. Bobo. Just real quick, some more news. Season 2 has been greenlit and will be announced shortly for Peacemaker, which is an awesome show.
I still have to watch it.
Oh, so great.
Oh
After
yeah,
the first
I haven't
episode.
seen Peacemaker yet either.
Yo, you don't want to skip the intro. Like every episode, you just want to watch the intro.
You're in love
It's
with
so
that intro.
awesome.
You're in love with it.
Obi-Wan's premiering May 25th on Disney
25th.
Plus.
They dropped it the day of the finale for Book of Boba Fett.
Yes.
Nice little
Yeah,
teaser
that
poster.
poster.
Got me psyched.
And
It
then
was so funny. Just on that poster real quick. I saw so many like joke posts.
Fake
where
ones,
people
yeah. The
said-
day before, I saw a whole
Right?
bunch.
No, but when the actual poster dropped, I saw so many people like Star Wars like scoopers were posting saying, "Oh look, Kenobi is holding Rey's lightsaber," because because you know how worked up Star Wars fans can get, right?
Oh my
Love them,
God.
but
Yeah.
they can get themselves worked up. Oh, it was so funny. And I was scrolling, and there are these Star Wars scoopers that they know they're just saying Rey's lightsaber to wind people up, but people were getting so
yeah.
aggravated. It was so funny. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
then
Sorry,
my
Dr.
one of my oh no, you're good. One of my best news that came out yesterday. Hulu to revive Futurama for 20 episodes.
Right.
Yes.
They're having trouble negotiating with the lead voice actor that plays Bender, though. That's what I
Yeah.
heard. Right?
Yeah. Oh, he's popular. But I'm sure
I
he probably
mean-
he probably wants the money, which I don't blame him.
No. I mean, him, Katie Seagal, and the guy that voiced Ren and Stimpy. He was on the Howard Stern show. But anyways, they not only perform the voice for just that one character, they do a
Right.
bunch of characters.
Right.
So I mean, they have the most number of character voices in the entire show. So they should all be compensated equally, and that's what
Exactly.
he's fighting for.
And I don't blame him. Some crazy news this week. This is why Sony shouldn't have stuff to play with. The Hollywood Report reports Russell Crowe is cast in the Craven role unknown.
Oh, really? You're not into that, huh?
They also
Kind of
said
looks like
cast-
him.
He's playing. Russell Crowe is also playing Zeus in Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently he's going to be playing like a relative of Craven in Craven's movie.
Hold on. No, so this was
so
happening.
he's not playing Craven.
No, it says role unknown,
No,
but they're saying
Aaron Taylor Johnson is.
yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson may be his son and successor.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, is that the guy
Oh, I
from
see.
Twilight, the dark haired?
No, that is
No,
that was
that's
Quicksilver.
Oh, that's Craven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't picture him without gray hair.
Yeah, you know.
Actually, no, he was in it's Kick-Ass. He was in Godzilla also.
Remember him? It was him and Scarlet Witch. He like everybody kept the joke was that he was kissing his sister.
Right, in Godzilla, and then
Yes.
in Ultron, they're related.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that casting choice.
But this will make you happy.
Yeah.
X-Men animated series, 10 episodes,
Yes.
but won't premiere till mid 2023.
Wow, that's far off.
Yeah.
That's way far off, man.
Even Cal Dodd said something on Twitter. He was like, "That long?" He's like, "I've been recording my lines like I'm yo." He's like, "I don't know
Oh, really?
why." Yeah, he was like, "I don't know why that takes that long, but I guess
Probably
okay."
just the animation process, if anything.
It could be.
Apparently, the storyline
Yeah.
picks up exactly where the last
That's-
season left off as well.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yep.
Are you guys okay with similar kind of animation style, or are you okay with a different? Should they?
I mean, that animation style was for like the time it was. So I guess you have to update it a little. You have to update
Okay.
it with the times. So
Mhm.
as long as it's
I
still a good
think,
story.
yeah, and I think for me, I'm just grateful that we're getting it at all. You know, like it's
Mhm.
great to live in a time where if you love something and if there are a lot of fans that love it too, you stand a pretty good chance of it getting picked up again.
Mhm.
Um, I think it would be cool for them to to use modern animation technology, but still capture that early 90s feel, you
Yeah.
know? Like, you know
Yeah.
how Spider-Verse is stylized and
Right.
What If is stylized? It would be cool to see X-Men stylized in that way.
You mean like
But I mean,
using like digital animation for like the backgrounds, parts of the background, but keeping the characters or the
yeah,
figures like traditional 2D animation, something like that.
yeah, it could be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
your boys
I
got
mean, I'm
as
happy
long
either
as
way, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. Your boys got toy says as long as the X Men, it's not X Men evolution art style, right, Brandon?
I thought it was okay.
No, that I did not like that.
so
I cannot stand that.
Really?
Yes,
no,
I don't. I do not like
no,
X Men
That
Dante.
was a
I
evolution.
grew up
tribute.
with
I'm sorry.
No, I grew up with
Mm-mm.
X-Men Evolution. I
No,
love X-Men Evolution.
nope.
Oh, I do. I do. I grew up with it. I love it. It's my
It
favorite. It's my favorite
no.
X-Men thing.
Even more
Every
than the original animated series?
Yeah. But that's because
wow. Good
I
lord.
but hey, that's because I grew up on reruns of the animated
Right.
series. I
Syndicated, yeah.
grew up watching Evolution, you know?
Right.
So Evolution was like my definitive for my childhood. Whereas the animated series, it would be like I'd watch the newest episode of Evolution and then watch a rerun of animated, you know?
Mhm.
So I think had I been born 10 years earlier, then it probably would have been I probably
Right.
would feel so similar to Dante.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to agree with Shandarius on this one. I hate high school versions of things
What do
that
you say?
weren't that. Yes, there's no
Oh,
reason
fair
like
enough.
that. They were in high school and everybody was like so different ages. Like I understand Wolverine
Yeah.
being older than
Yeah.
everybody because Wolverine's lived a long dang blast of time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
oh, just everybody was like super young, like in the wrong ages. Oh, here comes Nightcrawler. He's a young
If
guy.
you
He doesn't know
remember
about the
though,
world.
yeah, if you remember around that time, they were doing that with a bunch of like their Marvel characters. Like I
Yes,
Mm,
believe
and that's what I
Spider-Man, that
yeah.
hated.
MTV CGI animated one, they
Oh, with
took
that
him
Neil
back to
Patrick
high
Harris
school.
one.
The Iron
Yes,
Man animated CGI
yes.
animated, they made him back,
Oh,
they took him back to high school. I guess it was just like a company initiative or something. But also at that time, as far as X-Men is concerned, that's during the time when it was like during the Frank Quitely
mhm.
new X-Men, where they kind of introduced a whole bunch of younger characters into the school, and they had that whole school atmosphere going on.
Yeah.
So it could have been that too.
The only one I still like to this day is Wolverine and the X Men because that one has some good story in it.
That's a good one,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
That
yeah.
one,
I
that
really,
That's my
really,
second
really
fave.
enjoy that one.
Mm.
that one was
Yeah, I
awesome.
really enjoy that one.
Colossal Customs for the super chat. Thank you. FYI, the 4-part series Beyond Good and Evil was supposed to end the X Men series, but Fox wanted more and got more after, and everything was discombobulated. Oh, we know, sir. Thank you. We know because we had them on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Erica Julie Leewald and Mr. Larry Houston. We had them on. We talked with them about some X Men and X Men. Then we had Cal Dodd on, and we talked some X Men, and he did the Wolverine with he did the Wolverine girl.
Go back and watch that episode, guys.
Oh my goodness, yes. But go back and watch those 2 episodes. Those are great episodes.
Yes.
Cal Dodd, Lee Waltz, Mr. Larry Houston, y'all. Oh, gets me all. Yo, those shows. I
They're your
love all the
favorite.
guests we had, yes,
Mhm.
but to get them on, it just got me right here because that was my childhood. That was me growing up. Saturday morning,
Yeah.
Fox Kids, like, hey, Fox Kids, come here, bub. See them come out of like, oh, look, it's Wolverine. And then Spider-Man swinging through. Hey. That was Saturday mornings for me. Besides USA, USA Cartoon Train too.
Hmm.
Just about says Dante. That's how I know we are friends. I mentioned Wolverine and X-Men above. I was like, I did business Rich real quick. Hey, look, Rich M's up. Hey, Rich M's here. He's up.
Yeah, there he is.
He's up to the night to get sun.
The super producer is in the house.
Mhm.
All right, so let's move on to Alex's favorite thing, and that's the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah,
I don't know about. Go ahead, Dante. What were you gonna say?
I know I was gonna say I'll let you all go because I
Did
look,
you watched it though, right?
I did watch it. I had my one gripe with it.
Which it was? Tell me.
Why my man? So they were helping Black Chrysanthemum up. I still call him Black Chrysanthemum to this
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
They were helping him up, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, here comes the robot." Why the black guy had to go? You didn't have to do a twist and move.
Initiative.
No,
They
he
didn't.
didn't
They
have to
didn't
do it.
make him.
He
He
did
took
extra
matters
for
into
his
his
part.
own hand.
No, he did a twist and shot for no reason. It was an extra move for
Are you
no
talking about the
reason.
mod? The mod that was next to Chrysanthemum?
The
Yes.
mod,
Yeah. Oh no, that
Yeah.
character. I need him gone because nobody's got a fade haircut in Star Wars
I
Galaxy.
don't care about the
and
haircut.
a neatly trimmed.
Look, that I can all
It's
deal
out
with.
of
I can
place
deal with
for
the
them.
J.C. Penney's, Macy's, all summer fall catalog look. Okay, I could deal
The
with
blenders.
that. You riding on
Toasters.
blenders. All right, cool. You riding on KitchenAid blenders. Give me. That's what they should have put. Was KitchenAid on there. And KitchenAid stock would have went up, and they would have not understood why their stock was going up. But my man did a full-on twist to go
Yeah.
pew with
Ridiculous.
his
I
I
saw.
did
with
not
their
like that.
pea shooters.
Yeah.
Their pea shooters, they were holding off a robot. I'm sorry, about to make me get up out my chair. Pea shooters, they were holding up with off a robot. Pew. The noisy crickets. I'm sorry, noisy crickets. That's what they were using.
Noisy crickets.
When she was like, "You gonna get up there and cover with that?" I just looked at the little tiny gun, like, "Yeah, what you gonna do with that?" Noisy cricket. Pew 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 pew. No, nah.
Yeah.
And we're back, and that's what kills me too. When Obi-Wan comes back, we're gonna be right back on Tatooine.
Oh, you're sick of Tatooine?
At this point, you think about it, almost every show's been based on Tatooine.
Yeah, I mean, if not, they always go back there. And Obi-Wan's going to take place primarily. I mean, I can't see him going off planet. But
Well, no, they've said that for Obi-Wan it starts on Tatooine, but he goes on a journey that takes him off world.
oh,
And
really?
they said something about like they released like a few official tidbits about just to give you a kind of flavor of what is going to happen. And that
Mhm.
was one of the main things that the marketing was
Okay.
pushing, was that it takes us off world, and apparently one of the planets is going to be a very watery planet. Whether that's
Oh,
Camino, I don't know, because obviously
Yeah.
that's the only watery
right.
planet
That we
we're
know of. Yeah.
used to. But I think that at this point Lucasfilm must know that, okay, it has to start on Tatooine for obvious reasons with Luke, but
Mhm.
we've seen enough sand for one year.
Yeah.
Why is
Let's
everybody roasting me in the comments
go
though?
I
somewhere
like
else.
Moonlight's comment. He says Dante
Yeah.
hates sand. It's
Because
rough and coarse.
Chores.
Gets
But I love it at the
everywhere.
beach. Daniel saying I want hop scenes. Yo.
Yeah.
And Bobby Collins said, one would think Tatooine was the brightest point in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would think that.
I love what Dom says. I'd like to see a return to Coruscant, see what that turned into.
I would too, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I'd love to see like the Jedi Temple.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Seeing
sorry
her
I'm not
ruins.
laughing at you. I'm laughing at Omega talking about next year's Super Bowl will be on Tatooine. Oh, man.
But for me, the show was redeemed with the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I loved everything about it. I loved the big mafia war. Cad Bane was badass. The mods I could have done without. Like, I think if you cut them out, you really wouldn't have cut anything out of the story. The Rancor appearances, and those they're called the Scorpionic something.
Yep.
I believe there. I think I read that there were conceptual designs for episode 2 that were never used, and they only briefly appeared in like a Star Wars encyclopedia or something like that. But they were. I love how it took a lot of effort by everyone to just kill them, and it was just a great battle. I just loved everything about it. How did you feel? How did you guys feel about it?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Um,
You're the guest, sir.
the battle that like how did I feel about the that battle specifically, or the show overall?
Yeah, overall, in general, because you know the first 4 episodes people are kind of lukewarm on, and then of course they love the Mandalorian episodes. So this last episode, I'm just
Yeah.
curious how people feel now that the story has been told, and you basically
Mm,
had like half of it people didn't like that much, and then the later half they did.
yeah. So there's a lot. So let me try and streamline it. I think um let me play it to you like this. So for me, going into this show, I don't really care about Boba Fett, right? Because I grew up on the prequels and the originals.
Mhm,
So in the originals, I've never really been into bounty hunters. You know,
mhm,
in the originals, Boba Fett stands there. He looks cool, okay, but he never really amounts to anything. By the
mhm,
time he okay, he captures Han, but by the time he faces Luke, you know, at the Sarlacc pit, if you're going up against Luke, any of us would roll into the sand and fall into the
yeah.
Sarlacc pit. I mean, it's Luke Skywalker, for goodness sake. But until we got to the prequels and we see Jango Fett and we see a young Boba Fett with him, that's where I then start to connect with Boba Fett. You
Mhm,
then go to the Clone Wars, you see some of his episodes there, you start to connect more with Boba Fett, and then that's kind of it, you know? I never really connected with Boba Fett until those episodes in The Mandalorian,
mhm,
because you finally got like a peek at who this person is. Like as soon as he comes over on Tython and says to Mando, you know, I'm just a simple man trying to make my way through the galaxy.
mhm,
I'm like that was like a geek moment for me because I was like, oh man, this is finally they're giving Boba Fett his due. You know, he's not just a
mhm,
cool character in a costume.
mhm,
So, and then you know you get all those stormtroopers, and he wipes everybody out because it's freaking Boba Fett. This is like the baddest badass in the galaxy kind of thing. So going into the show, I was like, you know what? I actually care about Boba Fett now. You know,
mhm,
like this character, I don't really care for, right?
mhm,
Like
mhm,
cool figure and everything, but I don't really
Yeah.
care for him. This character, I really
mhm,
care
mhm,
about. You
mhm.
know,
Really?
so I think
Yeah.
yeah, and I'll explain why. I think for me going into this show, I was very excited because I thought we were going to get like a crime lord, crime thriller show. You know, we were going to look at get a deep dive on bounty hunters because Mando's a bounty hunter, right? But you don't
Right.
really get other than you know I'm going to bring you in warm or cold. You don't really get like the full on um like we don't become immersed in the world of bounty hunters really, you know.
Mhm,
And I thought that this would pay homage to those legacy kind of characters like Boba Fett, like Dengar or Bosk, those kinds of
mhm.
people. um and I thought that the show was really going to take off in a different direction, um
So not a
but it
direction
didn't.
so much that you wish it had taken on a different direction, or
Yeah, I think like going into the show, I really and the way they marketed it as like a partnership between Boba and Fennec, and
Mhm,
and because they had won me over from not really caring about a background character to caring about him, you know, because he came to the forefront with Mando.
mhm,
Because the reason why I grew to like that character was because you see him in the Mandalorian, he has a code of honor, right? That you know he helps Fennec. He you know he says to Mando that look, you got my armor back, you know, until we get the child back to you, you know, we're in your debt. um like he's not, you get this sense that there's more to him than just I'm a ruthless killer, because
mhm,
personally I find ruthless killers quite boring, you know.
mhm.
Like okay, you're a killer, great, like there's not much to you other than that. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people find that super duper cool, but I just think that the way they marketed this show going into it, it was meant to be a completely different show to what it ended up being.
Mm,
Um, I didn't enjoy how much they involved the Mandalorian story in this show.
really?
Um,
Mm,
I didn't like. Don't get me wrong. Episode 5 is a masterpiece.
mhm,
Like Bryce Dallas Howard deserves all the Star Wars respect in the world for directing that episode. It was
Yes.
gorgeous visually. It was so moving to catch up with where Din Djarin is at, and to get that context for him in terms of how he's managing post Grogu leaving.
mhm,
Hmm.
Episode 6 that gave us some of the best Star Wars content we have ever had.
mhm.
You know, like to see and that to see Luke Skywalker like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like personally, I'm someone that when Luke in The Last Jedi throws the lightsaber over his shoulder, I was like this close to getting up and walking out
Oh
the
yeah,
movie
yeah,
theater,
yeah. No, we
right?
talked about that last week, and I had the same reaction. I was like, I looked over to my friend. I was like, what the fuck what just happened right now? I can't believe
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and yeah, and so to see this, I was like, this is what I expect of Luke Skywalker, like, and but I think one thing that the Book of Boba suffered from, in the same way that the Last Jedi suffered from, say in that moment, is that some of it was just cringy. It was cringy. It was sort of like misdirected. It kind of lacked an understanding of what it wanted to be. I think, you
Mm,
know, because because the crew, the cast, the the creators behind this show are the same as the Mandalorian. So
hmm
they
Yeah.
finished Mando 1, they finished Mando 2,
hmm
and then they moved directly onto this before going into Mando 3. So I
hmm
think that somewhere in between, they didn't properly think through what is the story we're trying to tell,
hmm
how are we trying to tell it,
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
I think episode 5 and 6 completely derailed any momentum built from episodes 1 through 4.
Mm,
And I think 7 kind of stuck the landing because of the spectacle and because of the fun of it.
mm,
But I think from a character and story perspective, I don't think it stuck the landing.
mm,
Um, for me, episode 4 was the best. And the reason why is because of the two conversations between Boba and Fennec. So when Fennec first wakes up and she says to him, "No, Boba's dead," and he says, "I was. I was left for dead on the sands of Tatooine, but the Tuskens took me in."
mm,
And she kind of Fennec kind of steps back and gets an idea that like Boba gives Fennec an idea of this is who he is now,
mhm,
and at that point you get a very clear understanding of who Boba is and what his motivations are. And then they come back to it when they've got the ship back and they're sitting having like dinner or whatever.
mhm,
And he says to Fennec, she says, "Are you serious about forming your own house?" He says, "Yes, because think back to like all the times that you were on a job and things went sideways. How many lives could have been saved, how much money could have been saved.
mm,
These people are stupid. We're the smart ones getting paid to be because we're smart. Why don't
mhm,
we just rule the roost?"
mhm,
And she says to him, "You've gone soft in your old age." And he says, "Well, actually, no. Living with the Tuscans, it made me strong. There's only so far you can get without a tribe." Like that that scene clearly defines who Boba is at this point in his story.
mhm,
He's not just like a ruthless killer. He's not just a bounty hunter, but he's actually someone who, given a traumatic near-death experience, and sees things in a different way and sees that he can actually be much more than people expect him to be. And it clearly laid out his whole motivation for everything he was doing in the show.
mhm,
But where did that go? Where did that get delivered to? Where did that get picked up from? The
mhm,
next episode we see Mando hanging out with the armorer. It was very disjointed for me, I think, in that way.
mm, mm,
Um, but and I didn't like as well that Mando and Luke, and Grogu especially, overshadowed Boba in his own show.
mhm,
But in my opinion, Boba, Fennec, Luke, um, Ahsoka, I don't think anybody overshadowed Mando in the Mandalorian season 2. Not even Luke. Luke was like
mhm,
a cherry on top, but I don't think he overshadowed Mando and Grogu's story.
mm.
That was all in service to their story. Whereas with Boba, I don't feel like the cameos really were in service to his story, apart from Cad Bane and Black Chrysanthemum.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry, I just want to interject real quick on that. So I think the reason why Mando did outshine Boba Fett is because they really didn't know how to build up Boba Fett in the first 3 episodes. It was more
Yeah,
flashbacks than anything. We
Mhm,
didn't know where the story was going to
yeah,
go within the first three
no,
episodes. It's like kind of like you said, disjointed, and you're just like, well, where's this going? Like who's going to be like the main antagonist of the of this
uh huh,
and you're just like, okay, so you're growing up with sand people, and I think like I don't like how they're making like every like alien creature out there like, oh, if we just live among them, we might
we
find a
could
friendly,
understand them, even though they're
right?
like bad people. Yeah.
So the and please don't get me wrong. Dave Filoni and Bryce Dallas Howard, I fully agree with you on that. They write great stuff, but I didn't even know about you dated a Jawa at any time in your relationship in your lifetime,
Mm.
and they just seem cool because these are the same dudes that stripped Mando's ship down. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you want me to forget that piece that they say, oh, well, these are the evil little minions that just stripped Mando's ship down. These are evil little minions that are trying to take apart C-3PO. Like, no, like these little dudes just search for scrap and take whatever they can find. They're just wrong. The Tusken Raiders, they're about to bop Luke in his head, and there will not be no more episodes after that point. Until here come the old hermit, Ben. Hey, do you know about this guy, Obi-Wan? You know your damn name, sir. Stop playing with me. But either way, like Tusken Raiders, like you didn't like you weren't sitting there like, oh man, I feel bad for the Tusken Raiders getting ready to bop Luke all in his head. Like,
Yeah.
I
What I
felt
liked about
bad.
it, and from a Tuscan perspective, was that they were able to show that not all Tuscan tribes are the same. But I agree with you that sometimes, like, I can't recall a single. Well, there was nothing in The Mandalorian that ever felt cringy enough so much that it stuck out like a sore thumb. Whereas there was a lot of it here.
The
That
episode where he was taking that little old lady with her babies.
Yeah, Frog Lady. Yeah,
Yes,
that was
Frog.
literally the thought you know, where I just paused and thought, oh well,
Yeah,
actually, okay, the Frog Lady was probably the only thing. But
yeah.
like, I think you touched on something really important there, Dante, about the flashbacks, because for me, and you know, about who's the villain here, I would have liked it if they played it like this. That I think this whole 7 episodes should have been a character study on who Boba Fett is, and I think they
Mm-hmm.
should have looked at it from 3 different perspectives. One, who's the guy under the mask? Two, where does this guy come from? And three, where is this guy going next? Right. And what I would have done is I would have looked at that from a deep perspective in terms of, like, who this character is. And then I also would have looked at it from a perspective of what is this character capable of? Right. Like, you think, like, that scene in The Mandalorian where he takes on all those stormtroopers, both
Mm.
with his armor and without his armor, is just, it
Brutal.
leaves me speechless every single time.
Mhm.
Brutal, man.
Mhm.
Just like when he stabs the
Mhm.
stormtrooper, and then when he's like, like, it's
Mhm.
just amazing. So what I would like to have seen them do is chronicle, like, Boba Fett has to go through a healing process in the back to tank. Fine, he's been in the Sarlacc pit. I would have used those flashbacks to tell the story narratively and build the stakes. So I would have shown where Boba comes from. Like, this is a kid who never really had family. He had a dad. He
Mhm.
watched his dad die by beheading in the middle of a battle.
He's a
He was left
clone.
orphaned during.
Mm-hmm.
He's a clone,
Mhm.
right? He's left orphaned during the middle of the war. So he has to find a way for himself as a young boy of what, 11, 12, 13, but in the time of the prequels, Attack
Mhm.
of the Clones. He has to
Mhm.
carve out a place for himself in the world. He has to also differentiate himself from 100 million other people that look just like him, who
Mhm.
also look like his dad, which must not be easy to be around. Like,
Mhm.
Yep.
this kid comes from a background that is not easy. Like, you could have easily used flashbacks to tell the story of how Cad Bane took him under his wing,
Mhm.
how he grew up under Cad Bane, and eventually how their rivalry, as Boba got older, how their rivalry kind of came to a heated moment. You know, there's
Mhm.
that unreleased footage of the two of them having a
Yep.
duel,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why Boba has the dent
Mhm.
and Cad Bane has the head plate. Like,
Mhm.
you could have used the flashbacks throughout the story to go from young Boba had to deal with his life like this.
Mhm.
He then becomes, teen or young adult Boba to becoming like this. You then have, and this doesn't have to get taken up by whole episodes. You can sprinkle this stuff
Yeah.
throughout to tell a better story.
Yeah.
Um,
Instead of focusing
you know,
the flashbacks on just the Tusken Raider portion of
Yeah.
his life. You mean
yes,
like him from the
yes,
time that he
Yeah.
became
yeah, exactly.
an
You
orphan
know,
to
you can,
now. Mhm.
yeah, and you
And
can show the contrast of him working for the Empire and being ruthless and being cold-blooded, and
Mhm.
and then use the stuff with the Tuscans, because I think it also really given more weight to that journey that he took with the Tuscans.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, and
and as
I
well,
agree
in
with
all
you.
of that, you can show him being a badass.
And I'm fine with that. Like, if that was just episode, if you what you're talking about was just episode 3, because you can kind of speed up. You don't have to try to
Yes.
show every step. Like, you can speed
Yeah.
up, like what you're
Yeah.
saying. In episode, they make it just one full episode. Bam. First 2 episodes sets up
Yeah.
what you're going to see this season. Okay, bam, bam, we're done
Yes.
with that. All right, now we go back into like, hey, this is Boba's life. This is what happened. Da 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 da. All right, that's episode 3. Bam, episode 4. Now we're getting moving the story along even more. All right, so let's push it forward. Mando shows up. We're gonna see what happened with me. Like if you cut Mando's part down just a tad bit more,
Yes.
I don't think it should have been like a full episode.
I
Like
agree.
we just see like him meet with the armor. Like we didn't have to see him like hunting down everybody, even though that was a badass scene though. He's like, to come to him live.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking you away.
They
That's
could have
kind of
spread it
Yeah.
out in between
Yeah.
the prior episodes too.
right. And even that, like first 2, like between the first 2 episodes, like say second episode, you see like Mando like, all right, take you live, cool. And then like, okay, so what's this all about? And then like, you stop it like right where it's like, hey, so okay, so you're gonna tell me where the rest of the Mandalorians are? Bam, cut it, go back to Boba. All right,
Yes.
now we know what Mando's doing during this season. Okay, cool. Sprinkled that there, sprinkled this here, and then he's like, we sprinkle a little bit, like, hey, I gotta go see. Like he gets back to the planet. He's like, hey, I appreciate it, but I gotta go see I gotta see a friend about something. All right, cool. Bam, you flying off. We cut back to your scene a little bit later on. That's how it should be spread out. I'm just going to give this the overall general for me. It was like you said, Brandon. It was a disjointed show.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if it gets season 2, it'll be more connected. We'll see more of just Boba himself. Now, I kind of agree with you. Like this Boba is a little bit more interesting, but from reading the comics and just being like just knowing what Boba is, I understand like a little bit. Like you still have that you still have to have that aggression. But then now thinking about it more, like you're in a Sarlacc pit, you shouldn't be a big boy Fett. You should be a little skinny boy Fett. You've been in a Sarlacc pit, man. Like you ain't what you eating down there? You ain't eating nothing.
Eating down there. Yeah. I think.
Sorry, just real quick. And I'm gonna get my hot take on this one. I know everybody's gonna get on me for this, but I actually like Goguru in these episodes.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. What did you like about him, particularly in this episode?
When he finally came back, he was actually useful.
Oh, he's a baby.
Hold on. And he was kind of cute sleeping next to the raincoat.
Tugged on your little heartstrings.
Yes, it did. It melted my ice cold heart for a hot second, and there was little pieces that just showing there. And it was like, oh, that is kind of cute. Like they're both a little tired. They're gonna both take a little nap. Oh, that's all right with me. Go ahead, Goguru. And I actually called him Goguru. And they call him Gogurt. Gogurt.
You know what happened is because now that you have three Sentinel kids, it's softened you up.
No, not really. No. Let me tell you
what's going on.
No,
those Sentinels.
He finally learned something to do with his force. I think that's what it is. Like Luke
he saved Mando's life a few times before using the force.
But he was unfocused. He was disjointed all over the place. Now that
he's gone through a little training.
Like, okay. Hey, my man's doing hops and flips now. He's like, who?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Hey, I put this dude to sleep. I could make this robot go flippity flip, tear it apart, and shoot a piece at me and just knock myself out. I'm good. Like, I'm good with that. Now, if you're going to be with them, now you can be useful. Now you have a reason to be with me. Now you brought something to the table.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they concluded that part of Grogu and Mando's story. I really thought they would leave his decision up to season 3. This is season
2.5, sir. 2.5.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention is that this, after seeing the whole series, it really makes me feel like Boba was just there to serve the overall story of Mandalorian. We might revisit him. We might get a season 2, Boba Fett. But as far as for season 1, I think might have been too short a production time. I think they had about a year. So maybe it feels a little bit squeezed in. But Yeah. The thing about, I think the only different way that I feel with in comparison to you guys is like I love like slow burn stuff, like really slow burn stories.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the first 4 episodes didn't bug me as much as it bugged you guys. And another thing is that I think Boba Fett, because of the mythology that has surrounded him since he was introduced, I think it's hard for, like, I've seen this in comic books too. It's like it's hard for somebody to tell a story based on a bad guy and an antagonist. It's most of the time, it's very rare that you see the lead of a story be a bad guy, because there's, writers feel like there's no one to really to relate to, like the common person to relate to. So I can see why they made him a good guy, but my
But
my
was he
my
really a good
problem,
guy though?
he is. Yeah, he is. I mean, he wants to run Freetown legit. He doesn't want to rule by fear, all that stuff that he said. So I don't have, for me, the payoff, like the slow burn payoff, trying to get to know Boba Fett was enough for me when it came down to the last episode. Like, I was already emotionally invested in
Mm.
Boba Fett as a good guy. Episode 7. I know you guys don't feel that way, but I would much, and don't get me wrong, I would much rather have Boba Fett be like a badass bounty hunter bad guy. But I understand. I think I understand why they chose to make him at least a gray area character.
Well, I guess if you're spending all
Yeah.
that time down in Starlight Pit, you start reflecting on your life. You're like, what should I have done
Hey,
different?
dude, and not only that, let me tell you something. If you snort a Tuscan lizard, it's going to change your life, okay? Because Boba Fett, all he wants to do now is soak in the back tank, snort some lizards, and go ride his Rancor in town. That's what he's about now.
Before we end this, I just leave this. I'm happy Cobb Vanth. It's in the hands of Thundercat. If you don't
Right.
know who
That I was trying to
Thundercat
figure
is,
out if that was him or not. Yeah.
yes. If you don't know who Thundercat is, you need to go to YouTube and Google and just type in Thundercat, because Thundercat's the man.
Thundercat.
Yes, he's a musician. Yes, he's an artist. Dragon Ball Durag is my joint.
What are you talking about?
He's a music. Yeah, he's an actual artist. Thundercat is the guy who was the at the
Oh, the
end,
mod. That
the
mod.
mod. Yeah,
The
Okay,
mod,
okay,
yeah,
gotcha,
the
gotcha.
mod guy.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. That's Thundercat. I did not know it was Thundercat. I'm like, yo, Thundercat, you the man, babe. You did it. You got that Dragon Ball Durag, got you up in there.
Yeah.
But
And
Thundercat is great.
Black
Always presenter.
Chrysanthemum isn't the baddest ass Wookiee of all time. I think he got beat up, man.
Yo, he got beat up, but
Yeah,
he
but he
came
kept
back.
going.
He kept
Yeah, he
going.
got
Yeah.
shot
He
in the
didn't
leg. He was
stop.
like, I'm coming, guys. Pow! I'm still coming, guys. And then when he got up in
that's
that Walker scene, he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
get off me, mod. I got this.
yeah.
Pow!
yeah.
Pow! I was like, ooh, that boy is bad. And I'm a jammer.
I think and I think that's the thing, like there was so much, like like look, I really enjoyed it, and I think it was, overall I'll take it. It was great. And any good Star Wars is great to me.
Mhm.
But I think there was so much more that they could have done with it.
Yeah.
Like, think about how great the Mandalorian supporting cast is, from
Mhm.
however small it is, whether that be Quill or whether it be Grief Karga or Bo-Katan or what's Gina Carano's character? I know she's a nut, but
What's her
Uh,
name? I know. Yeah. Well, we know Gina
yeah.
Carano's
yeah,
character.
Cara Dune. Cara
Dune,
Like
there you
like the way they had fleshed those characters out to really support Mando was just really great,
Mhm.
And you've got like Black Chrysanthemum, you've got Fennec. I mean, Fennec is amazing. I love Ming Na Wen,
Yeah.
like
Dude,
Yes.
can you believe she's like in her late 50s?
I don't
even
care.
him.
She's
Like,
great.
I think the Sarlacc kind of makeup made Tamora Morrison look older than he is. But like, if you go and
Yeah.
look at Tamora Morrison's Instagram, homie looks fresh.
Yeah.
Like, he looks good. Both of them look amazing for their age.
Yeah.
Like, and I
was
know
Yes,
checking
they
out
are.
his Instagram and I saw some pics of him. Like, I guess he did some pro boxing or some
Mhm.
amateur or
Yeah,
something boxing. So he can
he's
kick ass.
just. I mean, and the thing is as well is that I know that he's a bit chunky, but I mean he's in better shape than I am. I know that for sure. Like
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
he looked muscular. I know he was chunky and stocky, but he looked muscular to me. You know that scene of him versus Chris Hansen out the back to tank?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, I just, I would, I would love it if, if they kept working with the Book of Boba Fett storyline, but also had him keep coming back into Mando, because I think
Hmm.
there's so much more that we
I
can
think they
see
will.
from Boba and Fennec,
Yeah.
and I think that I just like just small points throughout the whole series that I just think, oh my god, this is Star Wars and this is amazing. Like,
Mm.
who would have? I saw this post today of Attack of the Clones, and it was of Obi-Wan and Jango Fett, and it was like, who would have thought that these guys 20 years ago would be fighting each other in the rain on Camino with some green screen, and
Mhm.
now they're in, like, both these actors, Ewan McGregor and Tamora Morrison, are performing on like that volume,
Mhm.
soundstage, state
Yeah.
of the art technology with their own
Yeah.
Disney Plus series. Like,
Yeah.
what time to be alive as a Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Great.
crazy.
2022 is the year of Star Wars. If you're, down to watch
Exactly.
programming.
All right, gentlemen. We have some good Book of Boba Fett, but we got talking.
Yes.
We got talking about some sad news, and it sounds like things have gotten a little bit rectified. So, Mattel and their big corporation schemes got an Instagram pulled down and copyright strike a YouTube page. Copyright
Two.
strike Andy's Dino reviews,
Yeah.
and Instagram's taken down Collected Jurassic for showing off Jurassic Park Dominion figures that they bought from Toy Wiz. This is the only reason why I had found this out, because Victoria's Cantina had posted something on Twitter in reference to it, uh, uh, and then on it, and then Retro Blasting did a video on it as well. Uh, I am so torn at Mattel for this, because the only thing I really collect from them is the Motu Revelation figures, and it's making me rethink: should I keep buying these Motu Revelation figures? I don't know why you would do something like this. It wasn't their fault. They bought this with their money from a seller. Why are you going after them? And
Yeah.
I know
Go
this
after
has
Toy
been said.
Wiz
Right.
or
It's Toy
whatever it
Wiz's
was.
fault.
Yeah.
That's who you should be going after. Not the people who are spending the hard-earned money for your stuff, for your product. Um, Michael on Retro Blast said it very well. Laura Legend said it very well. Victoria Cantina said it well. Uh, I know there's probably other videos that I that are out there, and I do apologize if I'm not familiar with them. Uh, but this is ridiculous. There's no reason why Mattel should be going after the people who buy their products. It is not their fault. There are so many embargoes broken. It's not even funny. You know how many people's pages and channels would be taken down if Hasbro did this? Like, how many times have we
Yeah.
seen legends that
Yep.
we know we're not supposed to be like out for like months from now, and people
Mm-hmm.
like, "Hey, got that new Captain America? How often? Like, where'd you get that from? Did you go to the manufacturer? Did you go to the company where they're painting them out? Hey, you're like, hey, can I get one of those off the factory? Like, all right, cool. Got to hop the press." Mr. Brandon here showing off with his straps. He got straps and shield. He got looking all good. I want mine. And Doctor Strange, we're still waiting for Walmart from. This is crazy. This is ridiculous. They're giving you advertisement for your toys, and you're sitting here saying, "Hey, you gotta take that. We're going to do a strike on that." At Instagram, take that page down. Instagram has gotten out of hand.
Mm.
They're now habitually line stepping on what they do. You're taking people's pages down for things that you have no proof of. I'm sick of YouTube's and their copyright strikes, because this is getting out of hand. Because people are getting copyright strike for stupid stuff that has no reason should be like, the company should not have a move to say, "Hey, this should be copyrighted," but they're not doing anything. They're reviewing a product. That's like Mr. Clean saying, "Hey, you can't review my clean stuff and show it on your floor." That product hasn't been released yet. It's for cleaning. What do you want? It makes no sense. As a company, it's a bad move on your end. It makes you look horrible. And then at this point, you're really making me you're making me angry that I supported you in buying these Revelation figures.
Mm,
And I should not feel that way.
yeah.
Okay. Sometimes, maybe it depends on what the toy is. But Mattel, like, you make wrestling figures. You're not doing this to anybody who's buying wrestling figures.
Well, the spoiler thing is the thing about it.
Spoiler or not, it's not their fault. They're
I
dinosaurs.
know.
We're going to see them either way. They're dinosaurs. They're nothing. They're not even around. It's not like I go outside like, you know what? Man, that looks like a great dinosaur. I'm going to go outside and go pick. No, it's not a dinosaur. I can just go outside in my house to see it or go into woods to see it. Like, hey, this dinosaur's running around. This is just a dinosaur. Dinosaurs we're talking about. Not dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That was my question. What was the actual product? That was the only thing that I missed.
It was a dinosaur.
It was dinosaurs from the
And
movie.
that was it. Was it like a specific this is the new
I
poster
guess.
boy dinosaur for the next movie? I guess.
I'm assuming,
Yeah.
but this is the end of the trilogy anyway.
Was
So
it?
what does it matter?
Yeah.
Well,
You're going to start a whole new story anyway with new
No.
dinosaurs.
Yeah. No. I agree that it that my best guess is that it must have been like a knee-jerk reaction or like an automated thing,
right.
where it like the algorithm somehow might have picked it up and then just like I feel like once it got flagged to those companies, whether it's Mattel or Instagram, I feel like that's where they then would have made a point of it to like they're doing now. Like I think it was just before we went live, wasn't it? Mattel responded to it. But yeah, it's still unfair that those pages got removed for something that is ultimately not on them.
Exactly. Like the Instagram page is a little too much. That's a little too much. And like Michael from Retro Blood said, if they would have said, "Hey, can you take this stuff down and post it after this date?" Cool. I'm sure everybody would have been fine with that. Like, okay, yeah, I can do that. No problem. I'm just glad to have the stuff in hand and can't wait to show it off. Or even work with them at the time. Like, hey, you know what? This would be great, marketing for us. We like to work with you since you already got it in hand. You can do great, do some reviews on it. Blah, 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 blah. They didn't even do that. They're just like, take all this stuff down. It's like when your parents come in your room and when you were younger and they were like, what are you doing? What's all these posters on the wall? Oh, these are all great rock and roll or great cartoons. Nah, take this all down. They just take it all down. Like that's basically what the Mattel did. Say, hey, take it all down, boys. Take it down. Just take it all down. As a matter of fact, if you ever watch The Simpsons, there was an episode, I forget which episode it was, and they took Maggie to a daycare, and they had Krusty's face on the wall. And Krusty came in and was like, you didn't pay for this. Take it down. They started sandblasting his face off the wall. So the characters had no heads. They just had the bodies there, but it was a sandblasted wall, a blank wall. It's ridiculous. This is just getting over the top. Mattel, you gotta stop. Like, this is not the way to go about doing this. Especially if you want people to buy your product. You want to continue, like, because WWE is huge. And look, I'm going to say that your WWE marketing is huge. That's a big chunk for you. That's probably a big chunk for you because the way WWE is looking, not looking good, buddy. It's not looking good on their end because they ain't got a whole lot to brag about anymore.
Go ahead.
Sorry. And just real quick, we did have a super chat from Jaden Saltberg. Such a bad move from Mattel. Fans of this passion level or their free advertising, as great as the promo was, I'm not going. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with everybody. I'm not here to. Mattel just went about it the freaking wrong way.
Yeah, you're not trying to discourage anyone from. I think
Right.
it's a personal choice. Go ahead.
Exactly, and
you're not wrong for like if you choose to stop collecting Mattel products because of that. That's great.
Right.
I'm not surprised that something like this happened. I mean, leaks like that have been covered up by like for example the Dick Tracy Madonna blank character, that was available uh in the US for a very very brief period of time, and then they pulled it because it had Madonna's character, which is like the whole ending of the movie.
Right.
They never went after anybody, any of the people that bought the figure for, buying it and I don't know, sharing Kodak pictures, then it wasn't social media at that time, but
Right.
um
It's just
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They're a big corporation, big company.
I
They're punching
guess
down though. I'm
yeah.
sure
And,
it was an edict from even whoever is handling the social media, monitoring it, or in charge of like their social media and that stuff. I'm sure they were instructed by someone much higher above them to take the actions that they took.
but to do a full takedown, like trying to destroy people's livelihood, that's just wrong. Real quick, we got a super chat from Blake Kwan as well. Thank you, Jane Soderbergh, and then thank you, Blake, for super chat. I don't think it was Mattel. I think it was the movies pushing this. Disney would likely do the same if there were YouTube reviews for Maguire and Andrew Garfield 3 months before the release.
Right. He's kind of
Honestly,
echoing what I'm saying.
but the thing is, you could, and Blake, I understand. I got much love for you, my friend. But you can say that, but look how many times Marvel Legend movie figures have gotten spoiled by somebody having all the information ahead of time. Like, hey, this is who's in the movie. Like, you're not doing takedowns of articles of people who are writing about these movies as well before it gets like spoiled. Like, you got to think about that. You're talking about a toy. You're not sitting there and saying, hey, take down that article. Who you saying who's in this movie playing this character? You're not going to
It's slightly
comicbooks.com.
It's
You're not
slightly
going.
different though, Dante, because those articles are reporting rumor and not actually showing product that they don't
But the
want
thing
shown.
is, you already know. Going into it, most people already know. Or like the full link of the Eternals movie that was on
Mhm.
Reddit.
Right, right,
The
right. You're
full
right.
link
Right.
script.
Mm.
Are you going on Reddit saying, hey, take that down, Reddit? Now you've been bad.
Was that Reddit leak accurate in the end?
Most of
I
it,
never
yeah.
backtracked to follow up on it. Oh wow, that's so
Most of
funny.
it, yes. Thanks to my boy Ewan, the main man himself. Thank you.
Mm.
But this stuff that's been leaked online way before a movie, like for years. But you're not going after all these. You're not going after websites for their articles and stuff that's leaking stuff. You're not going after people who are on Reddit, who are on these other community pages leaking stuff. You're not going after people who are on YouTube saying, "Hey, guess what? So I just seen the movie, an early copy of the movie. This is what's happening." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, remember, guys? Like James Salzberg just wrote in the chat, the entire working cut of Wolverine Origins. I remember watching that
Exactly.
movie, with the not finished special effects and stuff. Yeah,
Exactly. You weren't going at well, that was Fox anyway. So
different
whatever
time
they
though. I mean,
yeah, that
that
was
was in the
Fox.
early stages of like that was like the Napster age or whatever. Not the
Yeah.
Napster age, but
And
soon
Moonlight
after.
says, we used to get MCU toy spoilers here. All the time.
Yeah.
We get the toy spoilers all the freaking time. So how is this any different? You don't see Hasbro and Disney saying, you know what? Shut them down, boys.
Hey, that's but the reason why is because Hasbro is the best.
Mm.
Yeah, because they don't care. They're like,
Dante's
they're
face.
just like, hey, you know what? That's marketing for us, boys. Got him. Got him. Bang bang. Money in our pocket. Bang 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 bang. Gotcha. They got the little six shooters. They're like the little the little Texan on the Simpsons. I'm gonna make a lot of Simpsons. Like those on Simpsons wrestling. He's like, yeehaw. We got him, boy. That's what it is. Like they're fine with that. Like Disney might be like a little probably a little more hardcore with it. They're like, all right, whatever. But it is what it is at this point. You're living in the age of stuff getting out early. You can try your best as possible to try to keep things under lock and key, but there's always going to be one person who's going to leak out something.
Yeah.
Look how much
What's the production company that makes the Jurassic films?
Universal.
Universal.
You have to watch
I
what I
could see
say.
this being a Universal call more than a Mattel call, also.
And
Yeah.
I think the reason why is because Mattel and Universal have a very like different kind of position, if that makes sense, in pop culture or the market than Disney and Hasbro do, with Marvel or Star Wars. Like I can't remember who said it as a super chat about, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, even though they're Sony, but like the point still is that like, take Endgame, for example, Cap with the hammer, like the clips of that were on YouTube opening weekend, there was Disney copyright strikes all over YouTube for that on that weekend, right? So like Disney take that seriously, whereas I guess to Universal, something like their merch leaking, because I guess a lot of what they do with Jurassic, kind of depends on the merch in a way, or kind of like rides on the merch. And I think that the Jurassic sort of collector community as well are very heavy on the merchandise. So that would be like to us, a Black Series Luke Skywalker, the Mandalorian figure leaking before that season finale of Mando season 2, So I think, I think it just comes down to different companies handle things differently.
Yeah. And
But
another question I have for you guys.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah.
They're handling
Another question I have for you: these toys that were leaked by the YouTubers, were they like Amberline collections? Not necessarily Amberline, but a line of toys that's geared more towards a collector than a kid. Because if there were toys that were leaked that were meant for kids, I mean, who gives a shit? It's like kids don't. Kids aren't there searching spoilers necessarily.
Even if they were toys, they're dinosaurs. It's not like, oh, like the kids who are going to see this are like, oh my goodness, that dinosaur's in the movie. Oh, that just messes up for me. I don't know if I'm going to go see it, but like it's a dinosaur. That's not going to stop me from going to see a dinosaur in a movie.
But how big a Jurassic fan are you?
I like Jurassic Park.
But on a scale of like, I don't care is number 1 to I'm a super fan, I live, breathe, and bleed Jurassic Park is number 10, and number 5 is I enjoyed the movies, I'll go and see the next one.
I'm about a 5 or 6.
Yeah, you're in the middle.
Yeah, right. So whereas for like number 10 people on that like that
scale,
you know what I mean, that rating, that scale, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Alex. On that scale, like number 10 people, they might see that and be like, oh my god, the movie's ruined. That's my favorite dinosaur. I've been waiting 5 movies and they finally did it, and now.
But that still makes you. It should make you want to go see it though, because it's your favorite dinosaur. You're like, oh, I get to see like this dinosaur like live and breathe on the screen. Like this is kind of cool. Like whatever. Like it's like me saying like, oh man, they got Batman in this Superman movie. Man, I didn't want to see no Batman. Well, maybe I'll just go see if he just whoop up on Superman.
On a slightly different take on this note, how do you guys feel about the Amber Collection 6-inch line being replaced with the 3 3/4 line? I'm devastated personally.
I'm done. I'm done with Jurassic Park at that point.
Well, actually, I'm quite happy about it, because it means that I kind of like I can cut that line off, so I don't have to spend any more money on it. But I love what they did with that line. I think those Velociraptors are amazing, especially.
Yeah. Are they? Well, the only I don't collect the Amber line. But aside from Velociraptors, did they release any bigger dinosaurs?
The T-Rex.
The T-Rex, and that was a big guy, right?
I have that.
Do you think? No, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Do you think that it's a plus that they reduced it down to 3 3/4 scale, and you can also have the opportunity to get the big, like the Brachiosaurus or the whatever dinosaur?
Yeah, I think the reason why they did it is there was they did, but I think
oh wow,
I think. Yeah, no. They did. It was for 3 3/4 was the Brachiosaurus.
No, there was a big. I thought there was a big. There was a big Brachiosaurus. I thought they put out for like it was almost the size of T-Rex. Yeah, it was like for a 6-inch one.
Maybe someone in the chat.
Maybe, but I thought that because it was a Target like exclusive, I think, right? Because I remember seeing the Target, the boxes were huge. So to be fair, the boxes was that big. It could be 6-inch, to be fair. But and it would make sense because of that iconic scene from the first movie. Right. I think they did the pterodactyl too. They did that one that goes, the one that has like the fin.
Human.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. I think they did a baby T-Rex as well, but I think the world building for Jurassic Park is just so much better and easier in 3 3/4. So it makes sense as a business decision.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm sorry. Colossal Custom said, yeah, no, John. T-Rex and the Brachiosaurus was for the Colossal series, not Amber Collection.
Yeah, because they would be huge if
It
they
was
were.
it was big though, because the T-Rex is
Yeah.
big. The T-Rex is still big anyway. That's why I thought it was maybe for the Amber Collection, but I remember there was like a Brachiosaurus like that was that big in size, like the size of the T-Rex.
Yeah.
So you know what, Mattel, I don't know what to tell you sometimes. Like right now,
You got to sit and ponder, man.
Mattel.
yeah.
Someone needs to drop Mattel in the Sarlacc pit, basically.
my
Maybe they'll
problem
have it.
is
Maybe they'll change their ways.
right, but you shoot
Exactly.
yourself in the
Maybe they
they'll
need to
learn
snort a
some
lizard.
respect.
Oh man! All right, so this Wednesday was Black Series Star Wars fan reveal Wednesday.
Did they reveal a lot of stuff, or is it just me?
It didn't. They didn't really reveal a lot of stuff.
They revealed. I think they revealed a lot of stuff in terms of numbers. Did they reveal a lot of good stuff? That's a different question.
That's But and Ryan, when you come back to the show, guess who's back? Welcome back to Star Wars Fan Wednesday.
Favorite.
I'm Patrick. Great to be here with everybody. I know we got
Hey,
some great
no,
stuff.
I like Patrick, man.
I need to watch the stream.
Wait,
Come on,
wait. Do your imitation of Patrick, but talk about the entertainment. I love it when he says the entertainment.
We got some great entertainment.
Patrick is an amazing marketing man. Like, he is so good.
Ryan said he wouldn't be back because he got promoted. I said, Ryan, he's gonna come back. Watch, because my man Patrick, like, yo, I do this out of respect. It's just out of humor, Patrick. So please, if you see me on the street, you have beef with me, I understand. But it's just out of parody. It's just like when Patrick come on, he goes into 2000 mode. He's like, "Hey, everybody, it's Patrick. And I love to see y'all here at Star Wars." Like, it's just either two hands or one hand. Well, that's it. I'm not gonna move. Maybe move my head just a tad bit to see if I'm still human. But that man, he's like, I'm like, this dude might not be human. He might be T2000.
He might be a droid.
T1000. He doesn't. He's like, bam.
Maybe
bam,
he's been to the mod parlor.
That's true. Yeah.
He's great though. I really like him. I think he leads those streams phenomenal. I genuinely mean it. I really like Patrick.
I know.
I met him at a couple, and I know you're only joking, but I met him at a couple London Comic Cons way back when, and I think he loves Star Wars. He's a prequel fan, so therefore he will always be a goat in my books. So he's a cool guy.
I'm just waiting for that one day. He's just like, and start. Oh shoot! Turn it off!
Unplug him.
Did you try to plug him? Did you unplug him and plug him back in? Did you try that? Man, sorry. All respect.
Yeah, are you guys in on this?
No,
I know you got a collection recorder.
Yeah.
Muchia Chiato is commenting on the price. He was going to get it, but then he saw the price. What's the price on this thing?
What's it like?
This
300?
is $210, I think,
yeah.
or $220, something like that. So I pre-ordered this because it's a Pulse exclusive, right? Which means that for us, I think it's the same as for you guys. You don't have to pay anything, and it's so easy to cancel. So and given that it's Star Wars, given that it's vintage collection, it's likely it will sell out. So I pre-ordered it basically because I didn't have to pay anything for it yet until September 2023, and because I can cancel it at any time. So the likelihood of me actually going through with this order and it turning up on my doorstep is about 20%.
So Brandon, so they got you with the new HasLab, huh? They got you with that new HasLab.
Which HasLab?
Jabba's Palace HasLab. They got you with the HasLab.
Jabba's Palace.
Wait, this is not HasLab.
No, this is a Pulse.
You would think, I know, but you would think it's a HasLab the way it's priced and the year that's coming out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
You're not paying up front for it this time. You almost think it's a HasLab. See, they got you this time.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is very much in the HasLab vein. But I mean, I think this thing is amazing. If this was in 6 inch, I would have gone for it 110%.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that it's 3 3/4, I mean, but like they put up images like that though, man, and I'm like, oh, it looks really good. But at the same time, I said to myself, okay, feasibly, you're gonna take a shot of Bib Fortuna on the throne, then you're gonna take a picture of Boba Fett on the throne, then you're gonna take a picture of Boba shooting Bib on the throne, and then what are you gonna do with it? You get
That's
what I
it.
mean? So
Yeah,
that's where,
that's it.
so that's where it's like, that's where I'm like, okay, this is 20% certainty of actually me paying for this and it turning up on my doorstep.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I know Dante, you don't collect really Star
No.
Wars that
It's
much,
just-
but
it's
Brandon,
for
do
me.
you collect 3 3/4 figures? Because if you don't, like, you really have no reason to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I cherry pick. So
Okay.
I got like the season 7 Clone Wars, Ahsoka and Maul. I
Mhm.
got Echo and Fives, and I got, who were the other two that I
Okay.
got?
Well, then
Um,
the
I got Clone Wars, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. But like, yeah, you're right. I don't collect 3 3/4 inch, so there's really no point for me to get this at all.
Mm.
So
And then they re-announced,
I probably won't.
re-released the 501 Trooper,
Yeah,
501st Trooper again, another re-release again.
but
Yeah.
they gave it a nice unmasked head sculpt. I always
Yeah.
appreciate it when they do that for clones.
Yeah.
Apart from aliens, Star Wars characters are mostly very pale. You know, I
Yeah.
have, unless you can already tell, I have these IKEA Billy shelves. They come in white,
Mhm.
and for a lot of my shelves, sometimes the characters just fade into the background because that's just the nature of the business.
Yeah.
So for them to do unmasked head sculpts on clones is always a nice solid moment for me.
Quick question, Brandon. So
So
is that the Hagenschfuden or the Hugenduden that you got there behind you? Because
wait,
IKEA is
oh no.
because you know they're not
I was
called bookshelves; they're just called the
no
Hagendusen.
no. So they call these ones, they call them Billy bookcases, like BILLY bookcases. Billy bookcases. This is like the most, like, this is the easiest thing in the whole IKEA catalog to pronounce.
Yeah.
It's so funny
Yeah.
because
And you-
I was thinking for a second, what the heck is he talking about? But yeah,
yeah,
I just caught up.
the
I'm
Hagenfrozen,
with you now.
the
Yeah.
the
I knew what you were talking
Yeah,
Durskitaschen. I'm like, what is it? Like,
it's
what is
all the Swedish, all the Swedish stuff.
The Hagen duty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then also this week they released promo pictures of the Dark Trooper, which I know a lot of people were happy to finally get in their collection of 6 inch.
It's gonna be a
But it's a
big
deluxe
crossover.
figure, so I can tell you already, this deluxe figure is going to probably be $40, $40 or $50. Now the
Wow.
price is
No,
going
no.
up.
It was 33.99. They announced it. Spring 2023, 33.99,
$33.99.
which is still high.
Yeah, that is
But
still high. Yeah, but it's a
Because
bigger
it's not
figure.
much of a
But
deluxe figure. It's kind of akin to the that Boba Fett. That isn't really a deluxe figure either. Not that many
so
accessories, right?
really, yeah. But I mean, we got interchangeable hands in Black Series. That is
yeah,
like, that
Mm.
is a once in a blue moon type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that and I kind of was like, in cartoons when like they're like this and they have to take a double take. That was me with this. But really interesting tidbit with Black Series. Patrick was saying that that basically with Black Series, because every single, I'm paraphrasing part of what Patrick said. Some of it is my own theory from what he said. Because Black Series is all unique sculpting, right? Like, okay, they'll reuse Mando, okay, they'll reuse Luke 10 times over, but for the most part, every like the new Black Series wave, those 5 figures do not reuse parts between them. They're all completely.
Did we lose Brandon?
Did we lose him? Yeah, I think he froze.
He's frozen in time.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah. Yep, there you
now
go.
we
You're
get
back.
it. You're frozen in time, sir.
Am I back? Am I back?
Mhm.
Okay.
You're back.
So not like because there's so much unique sculpting involved, it's hard for them to fit every single figure into the main line. So for example, this Boba Fett uses a lot of the same pieces that the two deluxe Boba Fetts do, but this Boba Fett only has the same legs and maybe kind of shares the upper arms.
Mhm.
It doesn't have, you know, the armor and the all the kind of unique sculpting or the unique deco and different paint apps that the deluxe versions have. So because of the change in terms of the pricing and in terms of the costs that go into that, in order to get those figures out to us, they have to put them in the deluxe box, because the deluxe box affords them the opportunity to do that compared to the main line. You see what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Yeah,
So the reason why something like the Dark Trooper is going to be so expensive and in a deluxe box when it doesn't necessarily seem to justify it
Hmm.
is because of all that unique sculpting
Needs
that goes
sculpting,
into
yeah.
it.
Which I can
Which on
understand
one
that.
hand is annoying, because it's like, if this was a $20 figure, I'm sure most people would have gone and bought 10 of them.
Oh yeah,
But because it's a $34 figure, I'm sure
You're only
most
getting
people
5
will
of
go
them.
and get 5. Exactly. Exactly.
and see that's the thing. Like so, like this would have been if you were going to do this. This would have been a nice little Army Trooper box. Like if you got 2 for that $35 price, if you could have like finagled it that way, even 2 for 40, that would have worked. I think that you would have sold more. But you know, I
I
don't work
think
in marketing.
I think people will still buy this up, you know.
Oh, they
I
will.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
personally, I will probably get 4 of these,
Mhm.
just because, for for photos it looks good to have 2 troopers behind, 2 troopers in front of like a character that they're fighting against. In
Yeah.
that case, Luke.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I was listening to Wade's stream from last week. Was it last
Why you
week or
listen to
Tuesday? I
his
can't
stream?
remember which.
Why you listen to that man's stream?
Huh?
I know that man didn't have a good looking beard at all. Why you listen to that man?
Listen, there's 5 streams I listen to. Yours,
Appreciate
ours,
it.
in terms of, I like listening to the Legends and Liquor, Wade's, Robo's, and the ACBA podcast, and Toying
Look,
Around. Actually, 6. I
look,
miscounted,
Robos is
but
good. That unparalleled guy, I don't know about him. He's kind of his beard not really like rugged enough.
oh, to be fair, at least the beard grew back. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
I
he looks
skipped
better
those
with that
streams where
beard.
it was
Yeah.
it was yeah, he does. But it was so funny. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get 12 of these," and then someone in his chat was like, "Oh, it's $34." He's like, "I'm not getting 12 of these." It was so funny. It
Yeah,
was
I can
so
believe
funny.
it. Then we got the vintage collection. Also showing this week was Mandalorian Morak disguise.
Mm.
That sculpt, I don't know. I mean, I know it's
Oh,
3 3/4, but it looks a little funky to me.
I mean, it looks much better than the Black Series one that we got.
Mm.
You,
Oh,
you know
that,
that one where it's got like
yeah.
the really wide chin.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah,
But
I
I
remember
agree.
that.
Yeah, it's still not. It's.
Yeah.
I feel like Pedro Pascal is going to be one of those people that
They
whatever
can't
they do,
they can't hit the
they
mark.
will never nail the
Right.
likeness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel bad for that man. I really do feel bad for that man. I'm like, yo, come on now. You can do better. You can do better. And it did announce on the stream as well. Gaming greats in Archive Wave. We got C3PO in Archive Wave. I guess we just can't get enough C3PO. I got you, Yon. Thank you.
Personally, I don't like the archive waves. Um, I think that, like, if you're gonna update characters or reissue characters, give
Mhm.
them proper and due updates. Don't just,
Yep.
don't be cheap on us and just do photo real deco repaints.
Yeah.
But at the same time, um, like given how much, as I said, unique sculpting we do get, I understand that things like the archive collection or the credit collection is what kind of keeps the line afloat.
Mhm.
So I get it. It makes sense. And there are a lot of people that got into Black Series like well
After, yeah.
past the
Yeah.
last C3PO,
Right.
so it makes sense for them to bring it out. So
No, Sal. We will talk about the Hyatt toys as well. And then we got Lando Calrissian and his Skiff Guard as part of the Archive series as well. We got Dengar, and then Emperor. Uh, I don't sleep ever. Palpatine. Guys, get Palpatine eyes. This man. And then we got this GameStop gaming greats. Night brother. You know what? I don't know how to feel about this one because I know a lot of people had their orders GameStop the night the first when it came out. Like everybody who wants the best, because if GameStop goes through this again, it's going to be another hassle. It's going to be another hassle trying to get that figure. Then we had the pipeline reveals.
This was the highlight. This was where the money was at.
Sakura.
Is that her name?
That's
Alias?
Yeah.
Darth Maul, Clone Wars Season 7 look.
She's one of the baddest badass Jedis in the whole thing.
Yeah. And
Saw Gerrera, man.
Hold on, you think that ain't gonna bring your
lazy eye.
Brad, you messed up my joke because I was like, you better call Saul Gerrera. Really? No,
better call Saul. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Lazy Eye. Forrest Whitaker. I don't know who you're talking to, but I'm over here. Oh, sorry. And then we got the archive pipeline reveals. Han Solo from Force Awakens, Chewbacca from New Hope, Grand Moff Tarkin, and Princess Leia Organa and Bosch Disguise. They actually did a comic of saying like who Bosch is.
Yeah, you had mentioned it a few weeks back, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, it is what it is. And then the Vintage Collection, we got Anakin from Episode 2 and the Mandalorian Commando.
Where's that Mando Commando from? Is he from the Mandalorian?
Clone Wars Season 7.
There you go. Yeah, I thought he was from
It's
Mandalorian as well.
the ones with the
right. Yeah.
And then we also had a reveal of Death Watch Mandalorian went up with the client Omega. Is it? I guess in the show they call it Omega. Well, they do call it Omega in the show.
Yeah.
They're like, Omega, where's Omega? Omega.
They do.
Echo, Ahsoka Katana, and TV and Vintage Collection Yoda went up for pre-order yesterday as well. Let's see, when was it Thursday or Wednesday? Thursday, one of those days.
Thursday.
Yeah. But they went up for pre-order as well. Just real quick.
That wave is amazing as well, by the way. Oh wait, yeah. Just quickly. If there is anybody watching who finds that Black Series wave at Target, Walmart, anywhere, hit me up ASAP. If you find Ahsoka, Echo, or Omega, don't even think. Don't even breathe. Just call me.
Don't even breathe.
Because we got business to talk. If you find that wave, just don't even hesitate. I'm your guy.
There you go.
Sorry, I just had to plug that quick because
there you go.
We're not gonna see that till like Christmas 2024 in the UK. So I think I'm either importing it from the US or I'm importing it from Asia.
Yeah. There was a lot of chatter this week about everybody was seeing the Marvel Legends and the prices that they are, because the X-Men wave went up for pre-order this week on Hasbro Pulse and everywhere else. Look, I think they told you prices would go up. We knew about it for maybe a couple years, and with the pandemic going on, it just made it even worse. So, unfortunately, I mean, this is what we're going to be for maybe a couple of years. Maybe a chance that prices go down. Probably hope to materials. I'm just saying, hopefully. I'm just saying. I don't know.
When do prices ever go down? Unless they're on sale.
Yeah.
Clearance.
It's going to, I mean, at this point, you may have to pick and choose for any kind of figure that you want, because there's trouble to swallow when you look at the price of the Legend. Is like, man, and especially living in a state that has taxes.
Wait.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
But Delaware, right? No sales tax.
Right.
No, there's
no sales tax in Delaware.
No sales tax here. That's still even high for now.
Everywhere else.
Yeah, I understand. Like, yeah, I feel for the people who are out of state, like, if you want to ship my house, yeah, I'll be your shipping manager, direct, shipping warehouse. Like, can I send my stuff over to your house? Yeah. It's in over here. Okay, I'm just looking at it. I mean, this is what we're going to probably be looking at and price wise for Legends. Like, and they said they're probably going up within like starting from I think it was either this month or next month. If you're not
for those
off
COVID
for like
checks.
those figures, if you're not off of those figures, it'd be more expensive to get a whole wave now than it used to be. I think a whole used to be like $120, $130 some dollars. Which now you're almost looking like close to $150, $170. It's tough pills, you know. This is the game that we're in. This is the hobby that we're in, and we just gotta look at things going up. Gas goes up. Complain about that. Gas goes up and down, but we're super happy when that gas price go down. We're like, shoot, I can fill up my car for 2 weeks. About to be driving around here for the rest of my life. Ain't gonna need no gas no time soon. But when the price go up, you be like, man, I might sell this car and just go ahead and get me a bike. So it is what it is, folks. I'm sorry. Sorry, China Mafia. I'm sorry. Let's talk about Alex's favorite thing, his favorite world, hot toys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is impressive. The
I'm
tentacles
super
on this
happy.
man, it's just.
Before you get to that, I'm super happy Spider-Man gets released this month. I seen it.
Oh yeah, well,
Video.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets delayed though, man.
Gets delayed. I'm fine because that Hot Toys Spider looks awesome. The audio sideshow did on their top. Oh, what do you do?
Yeah, that
Amazing.
makes me feel like, if it's being showed off on like their show and tell stuff, then it's close. But there've been so many Hot Toys delays. Like I have 5 of them delayed,
Yeah,
until spring. So
understand.
yeah. But this is nice. This is is this the deluxe version?
Yes, this is the deluxe version.
No, because the deluxe version, because it comes with the nano tentacles. Yeah. This is a pass on me. I mean, I'm happy with just Spider-Man. I'm not that deep into the Spider-Verse, but this looks great. If I did buy him, I'd probably take off that trench coat and make him look more like traditional Doc Ock from the comics.
I wonder if you can take off the trench.
Alex, which is your favorite of your Hot Toys?
Well, I have my favorite is my DX Bespin Luke. It's a 2-pack. It comes with the battle damaged Luke, and it comes with the weather vane that he hangs on. I tell my wife, I tell my wife, it was one of the first ones. It was the first Hot Toys I bought like 8-10 years ago or whatever. But I always tell my wife that he's one of the ones you got to grab that 2-pack if we ever have a fire in the house. And also my my Hot Toys Chewbacca, just because the herring on that is just looks great. And somehow she's gonna have to figure out a way to get my Millennium Falcon cockpit out of the house.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, nice.
Put the baby in it, put it on some wheels, and wheel it out.
This guy. Oh my goodness!
And just on that Hot Toys note as well. So I had the workshop Iron Man 3 Tony. That comes with the base and the thing. I love that thing. I ended up selling it though because I just didn't have the space for it, kind of thing. And then the other one I had was, the Winter Soldier Steve Rogers, the civilian one, came in a 2-pack, I think, originally.
Yep.
Yeah. So
with the blue stealth outfit, right? With the blue shield.
So I got So I managed to split the pack with somebody. So I kept the civilian version because that is like, that movie is my favorite Marvel movie. Like
a lot of people's favorite Marvel movie.
Apart from I would say apart from Black Panther, that one is probably like the one that stood the test of time, against all others. So yes, I had those two, but again, I sold that one as well. So the only Hot Toy I have left is the Stan Lee, with the,
which one?
The first one, where he's got
the
like
directors?
the director's chair.
Yeah, that's great. That guy goes for quite a bit now, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna ask your opinion on that because now that we've got like the Hasbro version, wherever I've got that, I don't know what
Mhm.
that is. Now that we've got that one, I mean, should I sell that one? I don't know. I've had it from new. I've still got the shipper box. The
Yeah.
price is going up for it. I was like, oh, do I sell it? Do I keep it? I don't
I'm
know.
Yeah, I mean now, I mean you could always wait because I'm sure they'll release a couple more at least Stanley figures. I think they've
Yeah,
released like
yeah,
three after, like they had the outer space one and
yeah.
some other ones. But the longer you, all I can say is the
The Boba one.
longer you hold on to them, the higher asking price you can get
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Except if it's like a Force Awakens figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's literally that simple. If you hold on to them, you'll get more money
Okay.
from 'em.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
No, I'll do that. Because I was looking at it the other day and I was like, say I ever move to Wilmington to live with Mrs. Hero. I'm like, I was looking around and I was like, how the hell how am I gonna take all this with me? You know? Like
Mhm.
something's either gotta stay or it's gotta go. And the first thing I looked at was, because obviously it's the biggest figure apart from the HasLab
Mhm.
the Sentinels that I own is Stanley. So no, I appreciate your thoughts on that.
Yeah, they're for the most part, Hot Toys are, not that I look at it this way, but they are good investments. Like you can always at least
Yeah,
break even, get your money back for the most part.
yeah. Because I
Exactly.
think I did with the with Steve and with Tony as well.
Mm.
The
Oh, I
one
mean,
I
if it's
always
Iron
wanted is,
Man, I mean, you could, if it's
Yeah.
anything Iron Man, you can
It'll
expect
sell.
it to go up
yeah.
in price as soon as it's sold out or discontinued.
The only other one that I always wanted was, T'Challa in his like
Mhm.
royal robes.
Yeah, yeah, with
Is that
comes with the
released
throne.
yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Has that come out yet?
I think it did.
Because
Yeah.
I can't remember when it was that I saw that and thought, oh, I'm tempted by that. I don't know if it was like,
I think it,
pre-COVID, and so therefore I can't remember. But
I don't collect
um,
Black Panther, really many Marvel characters, and I
Mhm.
think it did come out a while ago. It should
yeah,
have.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I
one that
think
I
I do
always sort
remember
of got
seeing that too.
backtracking to get. But I'm
Mhm.
hoping that Legends or SHF give us a version like that. I don't think it'll ever happen, but
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
would love it.
They will. Don't worry,
Anyway,
they will.
yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, and real quick, moving on to Spiro Toys. Released a new figure showed off a new figure this week, I should say. Uh, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Primal Series promotional images help us grow our tribe audience by commenting and saving these posts. This week's reveal is a Primal Battle board game exclusive. I think hopefully I'm saying this right. Chinari Centurion. Each figure in Wave 2 will have the potential to have upgrades added to them, depending on how well we do on the pre-order numbers. Every figure from Waves 1 and 2 will have built-in stats for you to battle your AWOC warriors, right out of the pack with Primal board game. Pre-orders for Wave 2.5 and the Primal uh, board game go live a few weeks after all 1 and 2 have shipped. Each wave after 1 and 2 will offer a booster pack so you can add new characters / figures to the Primal Battle board game. Booster packs sold separately. This figure looks awesome. Uh, I might have to get this figure.
Mhm.
I might have to get this board game.
Board game.
Yes. So remember Ryan was talking about it last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's a board game that you use any of your figures with. It doesn't have to just be the Animal Warrior Kingdoms figure. It could be your Marvel Legends. It could be your Mezcos. It could be G.I. Joe. Whatever you want. It could be your Diamond Selects. So
That's a pretty
definitely,
good board game.
yeah. So it sounds exciting. I can't wait to see a Kickstarter go up and have look great with it. But these animal warriors look great. These figures look amazing, look freaking amazing, and I can't wait to get mine's in hand. In hand. Oh, Avengers saying who's got the buzzing mobile? It's probably my printer that's still going because it's printing something right now.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I'm printing a glider for a certain character.
Well,
If you
maybe they'll show it off in the next
if
Infinity
you,
Creators.
if anybody can guess the glider that I'm printing, I will send you one.
Cobra Fang.
No,
No.
Cobra. No, look, I don't. We don't. As much as I support Cobra here, Uh, I'm not printing Cobra. I support the Cobra weather dominator system. Okay, sir.
Mm.
That's my life right there. 5K Toys showed off something pretty cool. Memory Toys 1/10th Fury Warbear Ursa Major. Striding, you get a
Pretty
free
good.
one. You got it right.
Oh wow,
Striding.
I got it.
Yes. This big boy Ursa Major. Yeah. He's 9 to 10 inches tall. So he's bigger than a regular Ursa Major that we got from Marvel Legends.
This isn't official though, right?
No. It's
Mm.
from 5K Toys, sir. It's well, excuse me, from Memory Toys.
Yeah, they're the same ones that did the Leatherhead from the Ninja Turtles, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Looks
Yeah.
great,
Look at this.
actually.
Look at all those joints on that on this bear. Yes, Avenger. The print has pegs on it, but the pegs are there specifically for another piece. I thought that was kind of cool to show off later for those who maybe want to get another Ursa Major that's a little bit bigger. He comes with the blood, comes with the claw strikes, which is pretty cool. So
Huh.
it looks.
Yes, action figure expert. I was wrong. It's not the Cobra Fang. I was misremembering. It's the Cobra Claw. Claw, fang,
Cobra Kai.
toenail, whatever.
As I've said, Cobra Kai.
Oh my god. Good last season. I liked the last season actually.
I don't watch it. I was just making a joke about it. I don't watch
It's
it.
guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I can see it's a good fit for a lot of people. And then for my good buddy, Dave Vonner, man, then Cell Company is getting into the toy biz. And there goes Alex. So let me go bring him back in because Alex likes to dip and dive out here. The Cell Company is going to the toy biz, making figures. We do have some of the post of some of the figures that they're going to start making. I know some it's Power Lords.
Yeah. Some 80s properties,
Yeah.
IP stuff. But the thing that's impressive and why I think these guys might in the next few years grow to be a bigger player in the toy industry is because these are the same guys that produce like the toys that made us in a toy store near you. You know, they're knowledgeable about the stuff that they're selling. And they've got money. Apparently, they've done a bunch of stuff for movie productions, series productions for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, BET, blah blah blah.
They're growing.
And they go ahead.
The funny part was they started out like producing comedy shows.
Mm.
That's how they started out, was doing like comedy shows. And I think from what he said, from what Brian said was like I think they still do produce some comedy shows. But now that they're growing as a company, now they're expanding as well. So this is good. It's a company that has good reputable people that are going to make great toys. You got Dave Vonner there.
Yeah.
Who made some great Marvel Legends back in the day. So
Knows how to
you're not
steer the
getting
ship.
Yeah.
you're not getting something that's just somebody's trying to get something out into your hands.
Yeah. And from what we see in the images, I mean, it looks like some pretty cool sculpting, some nice paint apps. It looks, I'm not familiar with the characters and stuff, but I could see them succeeding.
Oh yes, and some of the IPs they have is Great Galoo, the Great Garloo, Power Lords, RoboForce, and others. So definitely can't wait to get some figures in hand for those. They look awesome, especially the ones that they showed off. The Power Lord ones I'm really interested in seeing. Seeing more of them. But definitely, they look very, very, very well done. And then ringside announced some new figures today. Exclusive with them, and it's the man that I really don't want to get, but I may have to get this one. Ringside exclusive NWL Hulk Hogan. Yeah, Wolfpack.
You said you want to get it?
I may have to get the Wolfpack one.
Oh wow. Yeah. Elite? It's an elite?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ringside exclusive. Yeah, you know, I'd rather get the Storm collectibles.
You know what? The Ultimate Warrior one's been shipping out, and I have not got mine from Amazon. I have not got any updates
Mm.
from Amazon about it.
Mm.
The Elite, Ultimate Warrior with the two belts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. With
I've seen people get it.
the it's got the alternate sculpt that has his paint chipped off, and he's all yelling and sweaty, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Not too impressed with that one, man. To be honest with you, I think the ultimate that they made of the warrior with the jacket, the fabric jacket, the soft goods.
hmm
I think that one was the best one to come out so far.
yeah.
But
And sorry,
yeah.
good,
No, I was just gonna say I'm done with elites.
good man, good man. You don't need
Mm.
those elites anyway.
Mm.
Then this was a big surprise when I seen this. 112th Rambo.
Dude, Haya coming on strong. This RoboCop. Um, they're doing 112 scale 6-inch figures now. There was some other stuff. I think I saw GI Joe even. Like I'm pretty sure I heard them mention that they also have the GI Joe license.
Uh, but yeah, this would. I think we talked about this like 2 weeks ago, saying
No,
something
we
about
talked
one.
about the 1/6 scale Rambo stuff that was being sold directly through the Sylvester Stallone shop.com or whatever it is. That
Right, but we were saying like how it would like it'd be cool if they made like a 112 scale of it.
oh, okay, that's what yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this that like they may have my attention on this one, and then this one for
Godzilla. Yeah.
yeah for you,
Yeah,
you
but
guys.
this is a really small scale. I don't know. I could be wrong. Actually, I might be confusing it with the
I don't
reaction
know.
stuff that Super Seven just released. But I'm interested if it's SHF scale or Monster Art scale.
Yeah, and that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I wonder if they're going to be that size because they show silhouettes. They don't show like they don't say what scale they're going to be in. It's just kind of like
Yeah,
silhouettes of the monsters.
yeah. That's
I,
Rodan, Mothra, King
Ghidorah.
Ghidorah, Mecha Godzilla, and a Godzilla. That looks like it's like the legendary stuff, the legendary pictures from the last films that they released.
mm,
Yeah, because the Mechagodzilla is very small in
Right, very similar
waist.
to
Yeah,
yeah,
and I think it would make sense, right, for them to put it into the same scale as like the monster arts because
yeah,
you
yeah.
already have people that have picked those up probably that would be into these. So it
Yeah,
just
hmm
makes sense to
totally.
have them be more seamless with each other.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Haya is really like, and also Naruto is another thing. I'm not into Naruto, but I know a lot of people are, and
Me
they're
neither.
releasing some. They got the license for that too. But Haya is really, I was impressed with their Judge Dredd figures, even
Yeah.
the 3 3/4 ones. I think
Yeah.
we showed off the 6-inch one. Um, but yeah, man, I could see them, and also, also making an impact in the industry in the next few years.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just some real quick hits here. We got a new look at the Figma Elden Ring, Bloody Wolf, and Demon Souls Made in Black, Fluted Armor. That is all in the Facebook page on Infinity Equation Group. If you haven't joined the group, you're always more than welcome to join the group. And then we got a picture of Figma Cliff from there as well. Da, 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 da. And then,
That's 3-0.
yeah,
There's a convention going on. I forgot where in Asia, and they just showed
one
off
high
this stuff. It's
35. Yeah,
yeah, and it's basically Ultraman, some Marvel stuff, and another Voltron.
I gotta see how this Voltron
It's
is because I may get this one.
it's got so many Voltrons, man.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Give me a
very true.
vehicle Voltron. Give me a
Oh
Gladiator
my
Voltron.
goodness, here we go. Here we go. These
That's what I
vehicle
want.
Voltrons. Oh, the vehicle Voltron. Just real quick, if you ordered your synthetic humans, they should be start shipping from Big Bad Toy Store. I know I got mine, so those should be coming out. Should be getting should be noticed for that, especially and also if you ordered the Immortal Hulk from Big Bad Toy Store, you should be getting that as well. Um, DC Multiverse, it is what it is. It's McFarlane. There's not much I can say on these things. They're them Toddy Max stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and close this. Got me thinking earlier what I was saying about Black History Month. So This is what I do for y'all. I run a contest all year. You have until December. What's the last week in December? Let me pull up my calendar real quick here.
The last week in December? What?
Yep, it's going to be all year. It's all year. So actually, we'll do this. We'll run it till August 5th,
Mm.
when we do Toys for Tots. We'll run till August 5th. I would like everybody to do hashtag IE Black Excellence toy photography. So, you know what? No. Hashtag IE United. Because I want you to get
I
all
like
your
it.
figures, no matter if they're Asian American, African American, Hispanic. Hashtag IE United contest. You have all the way up until August 5th, I said. First episode in August. And I will. Yeah, actually, what we'll do, we'll go through all the pictures. Brandon, I'd like to invite you back during that time to go through all the pictures with us.
Absolutely. I would love to.
And we'll pick a winner. And I will give that winner $350.
Ooh, holy smokes!
Wow. Wow.
So just IE hashtag, just put a hashtag IE United. Sorry. Let's do hashtag Infinity United because I did not look at it to see if IE United was already taken as a hashtag.
And just to hammer down the first week is August, Friday, February 5th. So, like you said, that's the
Yep.
deadline.
Let's see.
$350.
Yeah.
I don't get paid anything to be on this show.
I just thought, Alex, wait, can I still enter a picture? I don't mind picking them. You know?
No. Can't do that. Dak, both of those tags. Hold on. I gotta go back and see this because both of those tags are really being used for I forgot soccer. I forgot United soccer team.
How about IE Global or something like that?
Let's see.
IE Global Heroes.
That might work.
Bear in mind, I'm also at 3 a.m. So any ideas of mine, I'm like scraping the barrel.
That'll work. IE Global Heroes.
Okay, there you go.
Boom. Lovely.
So you have until from now until August 5th to take a picture of any color, any characters of any color. You can, like I said, be African American, they can be American, Hispanic, aliens count, purple, green, polka dot, whatever. I just want to see you bring your best united global pictures together. Because as a community, we can't have issues like this. It's just still, it's going to be issues sometimes, but we need to have more open dialogue when it comes to it. Why do you feel like that's offensive? Come talk to me. If I post a picture and you feel like you take offense to it, talk to me. Don't go post it on somewhere else. Come talk to the person. Open up that channel of dialogue. That's the whole point of talking. Either it be under post under, asking, saying something underneath the post, but be respectful about it. Or send them a DM, but be respectful about it. That's all we need a little bit more. It's just be respectful. That's all it needs. That's all it takes. Just a tad bit of respect. Because if I post a picture and you feel like it's offensive to you, I don't know that because I don't know you. I don't know you from a can of paint. But if you come reach out to me and say, hey, I felt like this kind of, I felt this way when you posted this picture. Okay, I respect that. I'm not going to take it down, but we can have the open dialogue and say, hey, I can respect that. This is why I posted because this is how I felt. I felt like this is what my vision was in embodying of this.
Yeah, provide a
We can
little
have
context.
Right. We can, You may make a new friend. You may not know. You just never know.
Yeah.
Because when you post a picture, they're like, "Yo, that picture's hot," or you're sharing a picture like, "Hey, what do you think about this picture? What can I do better on it? I'm trying to get this across." And they say, "Yeah, that's hot. Like, I like that. I would change maybe like this part, and you're good to go." You never know. That's all I want is a little respect, just a little respect, because you just can't just go out and just be calling people out and not have no open dialogue about it. You may not know Brandon from a can of paint, but I know Brandon enough that he means well enough. Now, there's other pictures that go a little bit farther from that I need to know, and there's things I've seen on Instagram that I'm like, good Lord have mercy. I'm not for it, but you know what? I'm not sitting there doing a takedown. I'm not doing screenshots of like, hey, this person got some issues. No, I'm not doing all that. That's their prerogative. If they want to put on strap-ons to their figures and show them doing whatever it is they want to do, hey,
People
that's all.
do that.
Yes, that's all in your business. That's
Oh
you.
wow.
You know what? I'm not going to bother you. That's your thing. That's just you do what you do. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. But yes, I'll put up the information tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to give away $350 of my own personal chump change money.
Oh man, can I enter?
You cannot enter. Neither you or Brandon cannot enter. And Laser Pants, no, you can't enter either.
It's not fair.
Bravo.
I could get
Bravo.
my Hot Toys Ahsoka paid off with that money. It's not fair.
This is not about you and your Ahsoka figures, sir. It's not just about you and your Hot Toys. It's not about
Fun
you.
fact, actually, on the topic of Infinity Equation competitions. Remember, I won the Major Blood and the Amazon gift card
Yes.
way back when. So what I ended up using the Amazon gift card on was the Avengers, the first Avengers SHF cap.
Oh.
So
Nice.
this shot here was inspired by the Infinity Equation.
Oh.
So shout out to you guys.
Oh, thank you.
It's a love letter to us.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Daniel's asking, can I answer? I'm not sure what's answer for what.
I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm not sure what the question was. Greg says, if Brandon steps down as a judge, can he enter? Well, Brandon's not going to step down as a judge. So,
Greg, I don't think I have the option to step down.
no,
buddy.
there's no option for him to stay. There's no option for him.
If there was, me and Alex would have been gone and taken that.
Yeah,
option
I would have quit on the show.
You quit. That's it. You're done.
I know.
I'm not bringing you back on the job anymore.
No.
Once you're done, you're done. You quit, you quit. But yes, I'll put up all the information tomorrow. It's going to be one pick per person. You can't do like 25. You can't do like multiple ones. One picture. Uno. That's it. All right.
Question, Dante,
Yes.
for you. On the topic of Black History Month, which black character do you have in figure form that you would say is your favorite? Like in the same way that Alex is gonna say to his wife that you need to pick up Bespin Luke and run. Which character would you say is the one? Is there specifically a black character that you would say that one's got to come with us? If the house burns, fine, but I've got this in my pocket and that's all I need.
That's a tough choice.
I know.
Because there's two I would say. I would say
Okay, let's
my
hear
Spectrum figure,
both. Mm-hmm.
and then I would say my Sentinel Miles Morales.
Yeah. Very good choices.
Because that
Very,
Sentinel
very
Miles
good
Morales
choices.
is like, that Sentinel Miles Morales
Yeah.
is so freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that figure.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't agree more.
Robert, I don't know what my action figures be united are Binks.
What? I don't get it.
Hey, to be fair, Jar Jar would count.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, he's Jamaican.
To be fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What about
yeah.
Conan? Conan.
I don't know about that. I don't think Conan is
Look, I'm not trying to exclude the Sumerians from this, but But the Conan's people I might have to exclude them. No, probably say probably no to Conan and his people. Not I don't much as I love my Conans and people, and I know Venger, I know what you're going to say. Where's my Conan? And I've been waiting for this Conan. I've been waiting for a reason to take a picture of this Conan. But I'm going to have to say no on him.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, I love the Sumerian people, Conan's peoples. They're great people. They're very industrialists. But I'm going to say no for this one.
Oh no, Wenger said he meant the burning house.
Oh,
As in,
well,
I
he
think he
asked.
meant, would you take kind of?
Yeah, but you asked
Oh,
specifically about a black character.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
yeah.
But you would that would be one of the ones that I mean, would it, Dante? Is that the one of the handful of
Oh,
figures that has to be taken out of
yeah.
the burning house?
Yeah. The chart figure, like Aunt LaRue and Uncle Owen.
Greg says, Brandon, all your clones count for use in this. Tomoira is Maori. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
But like I said, I'm not taking my 3 kids. You know what?
I was gonna say, what about your kids?
Look, they're robots. They'll survive. They're T1000. They'll be all right. Ding, 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 ding. Better get insurance for that collection. You know what? That's a good thing. I think that's one topic we need to talk about one time is like how to insure all this. Because if fire breaks out, we're screwed.
Yeah, I could provide some insight into that. My stuff is insured, and I went through a whole process.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I have to. It would be.
I do. This is something that's been on my mind for a while. I would love to do a stream where we get like a bigger group of us together, like a round table kind of discussion that talks about like the real life aspects of collecting. Like, and that is one of the perfect
like the financial sides of it too.
Yeah.
Also, you mean?
Yeah, and like space and like just like there's so many like. And Dan knows this. Dan gets this from me on at least like 2 or 3 times a week. He'll get a message from me where I'm like questioning the meaning of life in the context of my action figures. and God bless him for actually having had the patience with me so far. But like that, like it's so true. If the house went up in flames, what am I gonna do about all this?
Yeah,
you know?
and I mean, I think that would be a really interesting show. Dante,
Yeah.
we should do that sometime in the future.
You
and
know
also,
what? It'll be a Legends of Liquor. Like, pal, we got Legends of Liquor. We got Brandon. We got Alex. We got Dante from the Infinity Equation. Hi, guys. We got Laser Pants. We got Sir Laser Pants here. And me, pal, Dan Hood. You know who I am. I got to do a little. Hold on, Brandon. Am I doing it right? Got to move the hair out of the way. Like,
yeah.
I love you, Dan. Love and stuff you did.
If we do a show like that, another question I'd like to ask is like, do you see yourselves collecting at least the amount of figures when you're like in your 60s or 70s? You know, it's like that's something that I'm really interested in. It's like,
I thought about that.
What do we get? Because we're in a way we're kind of like I guess from my generation, Generation X forward. We're all collector minded, you know. It's like we're kind of treading through new grounds. Like, I mean, I haven't really heard or seen many collectors in their golden age, you know, who have like Marvel Legends or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see, you know, 20 years from now, what our collections, if we have any, look like.
Yeah.
That'd be, yeah. I actually thought about that. Like you're like maybe like a grandparent. You're like,
yeah,
my grandkid, like your grandkids, like, yo, can you see Pop Up? Yo, he got that collection. He got that stuff.
Yeah. And that's a point that I'm really like. That's like I put up a story a while back about boxes, right? Like packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Like our loft, right? I have 3 siblings and my mum and dad, right? About 85% of the stuff in the loft, there's 6 of us in the family. Yeah, 85% of the stuff in loss belongs to 1 person out of 6. Can you guess who that one is?
Yeah, you.
It's this guy right here, right? This guy right here. Like I went through so much packaging and boxes and Like I've still got loads of mint figures up there that are
Mhm.
just sitting there. Like, and the biggest thing for me is that I'm like, because this is a genuine thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
I could in the not too distant future, my life is looking to be moving 3,000 miles away in next door to Dante,
Dante.
living with Mrs. Hero Collections.
Can I borrow some
Like
sugar?
exactly.
Like, yeah,
Like
that's how I have to
so.
Yeah.
see Brandon like store boxes here. What? No, I don't have no place to store no boxes. You better throw them out.
So
And
Brandon,
that's
but for the stuff that you have out of boxes, not the stuff that you haven't opened up yet,
yeah.
why do you keep them? Is it because, I mean, this is another question that we can
Yeah.
ask in, this show. It's like, why
So,
do you keep them? Is it because
so
at some point you can see yourself getting rid of it? Or is it because
yeah.
some other reason?
So I kept like favorites, right? Like so I didn't keep every single box, but I kept like favorites that I love the artwork or
Right,
like the
right,
figure
right.
itself had
Like
like
the
a
Star
sentimental
Wars, like
value
card
or
backs,
yeah,
like that.
Star
Yeah.
Wars. I had every Lightning collection figure I had the box for because
Mhm.
I just love the Lightning collection boxes. I like the shape and the artwork and stuff like that.
Mhm.
All of the special edition Marvel Legends, so like
Mhm.
the Marvel Studios 10th anniversary, X-Men 20th, Marvel 80th, the Infinity Saga had all of those boxes up there. And I think I like that physical feel,
Mhm.
you know? Like I explained it like this. When I was a kid and we used to come over to the States to visit family, if Dad and I were on the road and we were like staying at hotels, we
Mhm.
used to like go to Best Buy and pick up like a $20 like DVD player, and would Best Buy has like those dollar bins of DVDs,
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
and
Yeah.
we would always get Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That was like one of our favorite movies growing up, or
Mhm.
one of my favorite movies growing up.
Mhm.
And
Better
so
not.
like up in the loft, we have literally like 6 or 7 copies of Terminator 2 Judgment Day from
Yeah.
all the times that we've been and done
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
I won't ever be able to tell that story of me and my son. Why? Because I just bring it up on
Everything's
Netflix or I'll pay
digital.
three
Yeah.
ninety
Yeah.
nine on
Yeah.
Amazon and it'll
Yeah.
come up, right?
Yeah.
So like the physical like element of being able to touch that box and have that immediate nostalgic sentimental connection that I have to it,
Mhm.
that was had played a big part on me for years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, like I just got the new Wong and America Chavez. I cut the card backs up like that
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and I bin the boxes.
There you
Because
go.
Mhm.
I look at this like these are like trading card kind of
Yep.
things,
Mhm.
like this it's a bio with the artwork, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So like that's what I do now because it's just not sustainable to have those boxes. But like it's so, and I use that example of that Terminator 2 DVD because it's such a it really paints the picture. I think that like
Mhm.
when something
Exactly.
means something to you physically, because like you said, Alex, yeah, I mean I'm a millennial, but like we're still of that generation that it's like
Mhm.
that physical aspect, you're still attached to it,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
tangibility to it.
Yeah. I think it's part of it is because we've been around long enough to remember actually owning
Hmm.
physical. I mean, I can
Yeah,
make the comparison to
media.
like, yeah, to media. It's like I mean, to this day, I prefer to buy a physical copy of a Blu-ray if it's a film that
Yeah,
I really want or love or whatever,
yeah,
than having it just on digital because I like having options.
There you go. Just real
yeah,
quick, I just want to read some of
yeah,
these comments out. Robert Diaz says
yeah.
War Machine is probably my favorite black character. War Machine over Iron Man. Avengers 78 says I'm melting. Terry said the process nobody wants to do. Avenger says dusting, lack of space. Shindaria
Yeah,
says
that's
fires.
another
Robbery
reason
Yeah,
says
to throw in
treachery.
there. Yeah, upkeep.
Dom says if the Sentinels burn, you can just call them battle damaged. Very true.
Yeah.
It's just like don't tell anyone I live like this.
Yeah.
Robert says I can't find a girlfriend who will accept my collection that I mesh with really well. It's hard. I'm gonna tell you, from my perspective, from dating, I had a full when I bought a house. I said I was having a full collection room. Probably around like maybe the second or third, maybe like I would say like a third or fourth day when I actually brought them into that because I didn't bring nobody to my house
Mm, yeah.
unless
yeah,
you were worth
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You ain't coming
Yep.
to my house unless you're worth it. I would say only maybe like two people have seen my collection that was dating,
Mm.
and that's
For me,
the two people is just my wife. Honestly, it was just,
yeah, yeah,
that's the second person
yeah.
in my life.
Yeah. For me, it was kind of a little bit different because of what I do. It's like I think the people that I dated in the past just assume that I would have a whole bunch of toys in some room just because I'm a comic book artist, so it goes with the territory.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I don't even think it's important to find someone like I don't think this is what the chat meant. I forgot who wrote that about finding someone.
Robert.
I don't know if this is what Robert meant, but it's not necessarily about finding someone that's into the same exact thing as much as it's just finding someone that understands, that doesn't, if you ever get in a heated moment, she's not going to say, and, throw out your stupid toys, because they understand that it's much more than that. It's the pictures on the boxes, damn it.
Yeah. But like, it's an interesting point because like so in a few weeks, it would have been a year since I've been doing ACBA on my profile. And like one of the main reasons that I set that up or I started doing that was because I wanted to make a point to like not just my girlfriend but to friends, to family, to say, look, I don't just sit here and go pew pew pew. It's not like that. And it's not that I just put these things on a shelf, they're like dust paperweights, and I just it's not like that. Like there is a real, and I suppose Alex, this really comes in with what you're saying as well, like it is an art form as well at the end of the day. And I love it. I love it. It's an outlet.
Yeah, just to quickly piggyback on something that Damien said in the chat. He said in his day it would have been wimpy if you were to, like, I guess, show off all these. But I think nowadays it's much more acceptable. I think people if it's nicely displayed, especially like people, because the people know these characters by this point. It's like, who doesn't know who Spider-Man and the Avengers and all those guys are?
Look, Robert, the most important thing is as long as you got your stuff together, as long as you're paying your bills, you got to have a roof over your head, you got a job, you're good. And as long as you can afford these on the side, you're like, yo, baby, look, I can take you out and store 4 more figures. All right, you're good. That's probably, she's like, all right, you're good. You're cool. You're cool with me.
Yeah. Dude, we need to. Great idea, Brandon. We should definitely do a show.
Oh, yeah.
Why doesn't Ryan come up with these ideas? Should we be replaced? Is that what we're doing here?
Because, and just another one while it comes to mind is like doubles of characters.
Right?
Yeah. Like it's like this year we're gonna get Doctor Strange, Thor, and Black Panther. So full well we're gonna get a new Doctor Strange, maybe 2 or 3 figures. We're gonna get 2 or 3 new Black Panther figures. We're gonna get 2 or 3 new Thor figures. And you think to yourself, how many should I be getting here? Like when is enough?
Yeah.
And that's one thing. That's one thing I really love about your Hot Toys display is that like it's how ACBA they say cleaned, cropped, contained is their one of their mottos for photos. I look at that display and I see clean, cropped, contained. Like sometimes, and I love it. Whereas sometimes I walk into this room and I think, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing in the world. Sometimes I walk into this room, I have to take a deep breath, close the door, and walk away because I'm like, oh my god, like this is overwhelming. And this is, bear in mind, this is 1 per character. My shelves are 1 per character. I don't have 3 MCU caps or 3 comic caps. Is 1 per character on my shelves.
All right, Brandon. I think it's time to go. We're going to go ahead and wrap that up.
But yes, sir.
You're taking shots at me now, and I don't feel I don't feel safe anymore.
You don't feel safe.
Because people were getting on me about my retro Spider-Mans that I had, and I don't feel comfortable about that. Okay.
Hey, listen. Okay, wait. Let me make you feel better, real quick. Right? Look. You see this? You see this up here? Yeah. Like there's like 50 plus clones on that shelf, bro. I'm with
that's
you.
Army building.
You
that's
get as many.
That's another.
You get
as we can get into when it comes to collecting multiple characters. I think that's more than any other reason to collect multiple characters. I think that's the most justified reason.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you get as many retro Spider-Mans as you like. I'm all here for it.
He does.
Greg says Wait and Robo might be game for that as well. Round table. Terry says I bet there's a collector out there with a story. Definitely. Avenger says we'll find out if Brandon is a tea or coffee guy.
Curveball. I'm a hot chocolate guy.
Oh wow.
I don't drink tea or coffee.
Oh wow.
Bones PhD
Dan drinks enough tea for the both of us.
I'm sure. Yes, he does. That man drinks some tea like a champ. Bones PhD says, I love to be part of this roundtable. It definitely sounds fun. We're going to set it up. I got to wake up Wade. That's the only person I got. Wade got to wake him up, make sure him and his beard are up. Uh, Robert Diaz says you got to slow down. At one point, the new 1099 tax rules make moving our collections hard here in the USA. Oh, I did not know that.
Mm,
And Terry says our generation hasn't had to get old quick, which is very
Mm.
true. We got
mm, yeah.
we got to stay young. Daniel thinks that we need multiple houses to stretch our collections. Daniel, the way the house market is working right now, I don't think one house is just going to be enough for me. I'm just going to slim it down then at that point.
Yeah.
Al's current golden age collectors have things like toy trains and models, which is very true.
That is true. I saw that earlier in the chat. That is true.
Mm.
That is true.
Benji says, I live in a flat. It's a nightmare. I need a house and a loft.
Mm.
Ron says, I don't think I'll be collecting in my 60s. I've got a great collection and I've only been collecting seriously for 2 years. You're surprised how much you have in 2 years. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially when you consider that just Marvel Legends, they're putting out like 100 figures a year.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it in real time, right? And then you
Yep.
get to the end of the year and you think, wait,
Hmm.
hold on, that's a lot, and that is just Legends. That doesn't take into account Black Series or like once you get out of Hasbro, there's even more still to go.
Exactly.
You know?
No.
Avenger says, assuming Iodine 74 says, I'm in Florida, so putting stuff in the attic is an issue with humidity.
True.
Mhm.
That's another thing, maintenance on your could.
Oh, trust me. I
Squeeze.
found my Gwen, my Spider Gwen. She was marked up.
Oh yeah.
She was just been sitting in a drawer.
Mm.
She had marks all over.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Whatever. You're just going to go on the shelf like this, marked up or whatever. I'm not. I'm just powering through it. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's a lot more other ones here. I'm not going to be able to go through
I think
everybody's.
we've really touched on a couple of topics that people are interested in hearing our thoughts about and discussing.
Well, Brandon, I think we'll have to get this roundtable started and do it on a Sunday, and then, try to get Dan Who woken up. Get him. Send that man some tea and stuff. Get him
Yes,
ready.
for sure.
Him and Robo.
No, we should do it.
Him and Wade, because they're the hardest
Yeah,
people to try
yeah.
to get a hold of. I'm like, dang, what y'all doing?
Okay, you deal with Wade, and I'll wake up sleeping lion, Mr. Dan.
Because he's gonna be like, wow, you know what, Brandon? I love it. Sounds a great idea. So when we do that's Legend Liquor Sunday, I'm like,
Exactly.
We could always tape it too.
I do think. Yeah, and I think it would be really I think it would be really insightful, and I think it would be really helpful, because
Definitely.
I think that sometimes we don't always pause and think about all this stuff. I know I, for one, I get caught up in the fun of it sometimes, and then I turn around and I'm like, when Anakin drops to his knees and he's like, what have I done? In episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I get like that, like real
Yeah.
existential moments where I'm like, what am I doing here? But then
Exactly.
I take a photo and I'm like, man, that looks cool. So it's fun. So I think it would be great. I think it would be really, really great to do that.
So I'm not gonna sit and lie to you. Like this desk, I moved down here. It was nice and clean. I was like, oh man, this desk was great. Then all of a sudden, I got Cap, Iron
It's
Man.
all filled up with toys.
Right next, just right here in this vicinity is my new Immortal Hulk I just opened. I got Cap, I got Iron Man, I got Peter, I got Shocker, Legion, 2 Spider-Man sitting next here, a Black Panther, and then down the other end of the desk it's more figures sitting there.
Yeah.
Then I got figures that I'm trying to move down here that are over in the DTOF. Like it's ridiculous. See, look, Brandon's is able to just pick up figures, just put them in his hands. Like, look, this is all I just got today.
This is everything that was like. So when we're doing streams, I love to just sit here and pose figures, and these are all like my, I call them my desk figures. You know how you have like pocket figures?
Yeah.
Yep.
These are the figures that I have that are like, these are the ones that are on my desk that I'll be on meetings at work, right? And I'll be sat in a, I'm not kidding, right? Like, this is why I'm never going back to the office. I will be sitting in a meeting, right? And I'll have like Sentinel Mars and under the camera, I'm going like this. I'm posing. I'm doing like flight poses. I'm doing everything. It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's like
it's the
so
best
on
thing.
the cell table that I'm bringing up now. So you got
literally. I'm giving PowerPoint presentations and I'm like this. Under the camera, I'm like that. It's so funny.
Oh, then he, like, he just drop a finger on the table. All right. So,
Yeah.
Brandon, I don't want to keep you up too much longer. I appreciate you hanging with us. Thank you for
Thank you,
hanging with us
Brandon.
so late.
It's fun.
No, no
Definitely.
problem at all.
Yes.
Thank you for
And
having me. It was a lot of fun. Really appreciate
oh,
it.
appreciate it, sir. And definitely have to get that roundtable set up with
Yes,
everybody
100%.
on there. Because I think, like you said, that's something definitely be pretty great to talk about when it comes to collecting. Because there's a lot of things we don't
Yeah.
cover as collectors, and there's some
Hmm.
people that don't know that most of these can be insured, just like you insure your graded comics, even
Hmm.
comics. That's another thing that you can insure too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but it's definitely something to
for sure.
greatly look into and talk about in the community. So, let's see. Infinity Creators will be back on February 21st. So we'll be back on at that time. Our guest will be Don Man Art, who's done a lot of 3D printing. You've probably seen him in the Legend of Allegiance group with the Patreon with the 3D print heads. The one that I sent to Ryan that was from Don Man Art. That was some of his work. So definitely, I can't wait to get him on. Working out some time to get two other guests on. So these two guests will definitely be great additions. One that we wanted to get on, and another one is going to be brand new face that we've not had on before. So can't wait to get them on here. Other than that, I don't have anything else for this week. Anything upcoming? Oh, no, no, I can't say anything about that yet. But yeah, anything for
Um,
you, Alex?
Yeah, there was something. Okay. I just want. They're not even watching, but shout out to Yuli Choi and JC Hong who have celebrated 15 years. Artists, sculptors, painters at Hot Toys, and you don't. People don't really do much of anything for 15 years straight. So they've
Yeah,
been producing
well,
beautiful artwork for a decade and a half, and just wanted to give them a shout out.
nice.
Amazing.
Congratulations, Brandon. You have
Big
anything, sir?
milestone. For me, so I just quickly checked my list. So I have like a shot list of like photos that are like I plan them all out. So from here till the end of the month, there's only three photos that are not for Black History Month. The rest is all in celebration of Black History Month. So check it out, guys. Hero.Collections. A lot of cool photos still to come. And as I said just then, guys, really enjoyed tonight. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was great, Brandon. Thanks for coming on. You're invited on anytime.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, sir. All right, folks.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
Hmm.
Y'all stay safe. Um, be good. Happy hunting, and talk to y'all
I'm
later.
gonna go snort